Welcome back, everyone, to the 44th episode of Unravel. Today, there's a few things we'll jump into right before we get into the game. Let's go over that first. So, the party, last session, started off facing off against the lights that appeared in the fog around you. These lights eventually turned out to be a couple of not-so-living individuals. You had a combat with these creatures, eventually beating them before one of their corpses reanimated, but only to seemingly give a message. After that, you continued your travels, eventually walking into a small bullywug ambush. Together with Zira, Bree, their understanding and managing the ability to communicate with different with people that speak a completely different language, and Theodore, who in fact learned bullywug, you managed to set a deal with this group. Theodore would stay in their village whilst studying the bullywugs, and to be allowed to see the Forgemoth that they held. The party was sent out to try and find something of large enough size to feed to the Forgemoth, which needed to be either two things the size of a horse, or one thing a size larger. After a half day's of travel away from the camp, to be out of the Forgemoth's territory, you hope to find something of sufficient size, and eventually on the following day you did indeed run into something relatively large, which at first most of you recognized as a simple troll, one most of you, except for Angie, had faced before. The moment you started charging at it, after George had cast Water Walk on everybody and everybody's horses, you guys charged over the water after this troll who was wading its way through the water. Eventually began to catch up to it. As the troll itself started stepping out of this lake, noticing you noticed that it didn't have a simple one head and a humanoid shape. It had multiple arms, multiple heads, some pieces of body that were morphed into its own. And as you guys are charging at it, it turns around and prepares for battle. So, before we head into the combat, because you guys are bringing your mounts with you.
It's funny you said more.
Because
I'm also thinking about more.
To make sure that we don't repeat the mistake that happened in the final in the last fight against the troll, in which Zira lost her mount, I wrote up some rules to make your mount probably last a little longer than if it would have 11 hit points at least, while still being less powerful than like a beast or a master's companion or something like that. To prevent mounts from becoming significantly less powerful as the party progresses through the levels, a mount you own has an amount of hit die equal to the owner's character level, an amount of d6s. You also add their constitution modifier to every hit die they have. When rolling the hit die during a level up, you can also roll the hit die for your mount if you have one. So at this point, Zira and Utsil don't have one, so you wouldn't get to do that. A mount gains an ability score improvement when their owner reaches level 4, 8, 12, 16, and 19. When a mount gains an ASI, it cannot choose feats, and it can only choose to increase an ability score by +1. The ability scores you can choose to increase are Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, or Wisdom. You can't suddenly have a very smart or very charismatic horse.
Well, makes sense.
Not a smart horse.
And there's also rules for if you lose a mount, you can purchase a new one. But for every level that your mount didn't travel with you, you have to spend a work week or 5 days training it, which would also give it its hit points and its ASI.
Nice.
So the three of you that do have mounts, go ahead and let's go one by one. Roll. At this point, you guys are level 8, so that would be 8d6 for your horses. By the way, 2 of you have riding horses, 1 of you has a war horse.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that all of them have a simple simple +1 on their Constitution modifier, but I'm just going to check real quick.
Well, it doesn't make sense for a warhorse, right?
A riding horse has a Constitution of 12 for
Yeah.
+1. A war horse has a Constitution of 13 for +1.
Wow.
War horse is significantly stronger with an 18 in strength.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, first 3 rules of mine, I shall write them down.
What do you guys get? By the way, you can reroll ones in the same way that we do for
This is
players.
the 3. First 3 I rolled.
Just roll that again.
It's not so bad.
Do keep in mind, except for war horse, I'm pretty sure all horses. No, you guys' horse have a 10 armor class.
Okay.
War horse would have an 11 normally, but is wearing scale mail brigandine. Or no, branding, which is the horse armor, which gives it a 14 plus 1 from its dex for a total of 15 AC.
Well, DM, I rolled 1, 2. Can I re-roll that?
Not a 2.
Oh, only
You can
once.
only reroll once.
Only
Okay.
once, yeah.
What'd you
Okay.
get eventually?
What's
I
the
haven't
warhorse?
I didn't got any 1.
Plus 1 for its constitution.
So it's
Right.
already 8. 8 points. it
8
gets.
plus whatever you rolled.
I rolled a 6, a 5, a 3, a 6, a 4, a 3, a 4, and a 2. So that's. Calculate that.
But how much hit points do they have?
Normally?
14.
Or is this like the max?
This is what you get.
This is what I get.
Wait,
Would I get a-
it was hit
This
points, right?
replaces the stat
Yeah.
block hit points of a creature.
The hit points.
Because
are
at one point
35.
this could overcome the hit points of your horse. What'd you get?
35.
That's a lot.
She
Good.
rolls really well.
Good.
They were okay. 22.
And
She
that's-
didn't roll anything under a 3.
You also
That's
added the
what we get.
constitution modifier?
No, what's the?
That's well for it's plus 1 for a riding horse, so that's
Plus
1
8.
for each level.
It's plus
Which means
8.
8, so you can add 8 to that. Brings you to 40.
43.
Julian is equal to Bree, almost. No. That's good. No, just as bad in Constitution as Bree,
Oh.
which makes her hit points 41.
41.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And you get
Almost as good as
45.
no.
45. Right?
It's
Is it
like
plus the-
66% of
is
what
it
Bree has.
Plus the
Bree
plus
is
8?
50 something, right?
No, 60 with the amulet.
I'm not counting the amulet.
Okay.
That's like 50.
Yeah, I have
52, right?
52. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost as good as me.
11. 11.
So those are the hit points of your mounts. You guys also get 2 ability score improvements because you guys have both reached level 4 and level 8, which you can choose to put into any stat. That being
Well,
strength, dex,
that's-
constitution.
What is the dex of all horses?
I find it sad that we can't make our
A-
mounts more intelligent.
A riding horse
Yeah.
has a strength of 16,
Yeah.
a dex of 10,
Okay.
constitution of 12, and a wisdom of 11. And a war horse has a strength of 18, a dex of 12, a constitution of 13, and a wisdom of 12.
Sorry, can you...
What would,
wait a
be
second,
more-
hoor.
what would be more helpful?
I can share the stat blocks in
Middling.
what's
90%.
With 2 upgrades, right?
You get 2
What
plus
would be the
1s
best?
to either strength, dex,
In
con,
plus
or
in-
int. Or sorry, wisdom.
Clarity or
horse?
Not
plus
in.
2 plus 1s.
I feel like I should be able to make
You
my
can
mounts
do
stronger
constitution and dexterity.
No.
by reading
Yeah, but
its
it's
science
only plus
books.
1 per ability score.
Very specific mounts,
Then
maybe.
you
Oh,
don't gain
really?
that
Oh.
much of it
It's for regular
because
rules.
it's a mount. It's
Who
plus 1.
knows what my new
It's
mount
plus
is
1
gonna
per
be?
ability score improvement, right?
Yes.
Not plus 2 divided
That
over several
sucks.
things.
You can only add plus 1 every time you reach level 4,
Yeah.
8, or one of
Yeah.
those.
It's constitution then, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
dexterity
think
can
that-
also increase its armor class, which may be
Yeah,
useful
but
for
that's
some
only
reason.
I
going
mean-
to be in 11, so I don't think that's
No,
gonna help
you
much.
reach up if you for a dex of 10, you bring it up to 12 because you have level 4 and level 8. They get a plus 1 for. Here, I'll read it.
Oh, a plus 1 as in a plus 1 to ability score modifier, not to the
No, to the s-
number.
Not to the score. When a mount gains
Yes,
an
it
ability
says.
score improvement, it cannot use feats, and it can only increase its ability score by plus
But
1.
Yeah.
So you can
do
increase the
ability
score
scores improvements.
Every time the player reaches level 4, 8, 12,
Yeah, I
16, or
understand
19.
that, but-
You have reached level 4, which gives
Yeah.
it a plus 1.
Okay, but listen to my question. My question is, I right now do have a dexterity of 15.
Your dexterity does not matter.
No, but it's just an example.
Okay.
I have a dexterity of 15 and a modifier of plus 2. If I would do that to my dexterity, I would get a dexterity of 17, right? Not a +4.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. You only get a +2 on your right,
If you choose to
or 12 on your dexterity. So
plus
+1 on the AC.
Yeah.
Then I think
if you make that choice.
Could I get the pen? From...
+10.
Yeah, for...
Well,
otherwise I need to go to my
then I
bag.
would like to invest that in Constitution.
Okay.
So at level 8, Jane would get a Constitution of.
So you can add a total of 8 hit points, I think, to your horse's hit points.
Yeah, still, because this is the ability score.
49.
Really, right now?
41 was the first
It's
one.
41.
No,
That would be 49 now if you
49
increase
now.
its constitution score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it gets a hit point for every. If you make the modifier higher, it gets
How
1 hit
much?
point for every level again.
How much?
You can add.
I put 2 in Constitution.
You get
Then you're for a riding horse. Its constitution becomes 14, so you get +1 in constitution, which means because it had only 12 before, you can add 1 point for every level you have. So another 8.
Oh, okay.
So
What did you
that's-
put the choose in?
Well, my horse has almost equal amount of hit. That's
How,
pretty.
how
Well, but it
much?
has 10 armor class.
Yeah, that's true.
You have 52,
I
right?
have 52. This one has 49.
Warhorse has more hit points.
I mean, what did you choose to put the
I'm
scores
not
in?
even surprised.
1 in con and 1 in strength.
Okay, so it's a 19 strength now and a 14 constitution. And total hit points is now
53.
53. It's 1 higher than Bree.
Are you
Yeah.
aiming to get it a 20 strength horse?
Yes.
I love
I
that.
need buff horse.
Buff horse, buff
I mean, it
horse.
increases its
it's already
carrying
pretty
capacity.
buff.
Buff horse.
No, it's Warhorse.
It's already very strong, but
Would you change the name to Buff Horse if you would get
When he reaches level 20,
That's its nickname.
then it will become Buff Horse.
Buff Horse instead of Warhorse?
yes.
Buff horse.
Angie,
If he survives.
you chose to put it in Constitution.
Yeah.
Which, how many hit points does it have now?
Francis has 51 hit points now.
Oh, Francis was the, sure.
Yeah,
Nice.
just, you didn't
Because I
remember?
like you.
No, your horse was the only one I did not remember.
No, it's Francis.
Okay?
Yeah,
So-
Francis was just a really forgettable
If you
name.
do have questions about the homebrew
can
rules
change
for
it.
horses, here's the sheet if you need it.
I already
No,
said
thanks.
it. So.
Yeah.
But like, that's why you didn't remember.
I don't
This was the
need-
most
do you want
forgettable
You
name.
can
because
have me then.
Jillian named after the cousin, Warhorse.
Where was this
Warhorse,
tree?
And I made a pun
This
of
is
mine.
right there.
Francis is my
Because
brother.
you
No, it was
knocked it
there.
over.
He's so
Oh.
forgettable.
Oh my god!
So,
Thank you.
Bitch,
We barely interacted with Francis.
regardless though,
Francis is dead.
We're on a whole fucking goal to save Jillian.
Francis is already dead.
Yeah, see, that's why we barely interacted with him. That's
Guys.
why he's not rememberable.
let's bring it back in, shall we? So, now knowing this, your horses being a little hardier than they were any previous encounter, now you can actually feasibly take them into combat without them instantly dying.
Just a little bit salty
To a
about
single
that.
attack, sorry. Let's jump into it, shall we?
Looking at the new leaf.
So,
I don't
Leave-
want
leave-
a new one. I
leave
want
2.0.
my leaf.
Yeah, leave. Ultimate edition.
you all begin to charge at this massive troll.
I like it.
That's good.
We rolled for initiative already.
Yep.
Brought out the initiative for Zira with a natural 20, Utsul with 19, Bree with 12, Angie with 7, and George with 5. So,
Oh yeah, I'm second.
It's the same as he told.
Will I roll again?
And I have the rules for my own.
I rolled 19.
at the start of this combat, the battle map doesn't allow for it to be that far away, but you guys are 200 feet away from the troll itself.
That's a lot.
I put you guys 10 feet apart, but if you want to change that, then that's up to you.
What is the speed of a riding horse?
Well, it's in WhatsApp if you want to look at the stat block, which might be smart, but the speed is 60, I'm pretty sure. Yes,
Okay.
for all the horses.
Good to know. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
your
it's
horse
in here.
has a turn at the start of your turn in which you can allow it to move and it can take one action, but it can only take the dodge, disengage, or dash actions.
Can't smack people.
Nope.
But it
So-
has hooves, right?
It has hooves, but it cannot attack.
can't use my trampling charge.
Unless
Nope.
unless it has an initiative of its
Dodge,
own.
disengage.
Oh, but then the horse would act like the horse would act.
Yeah.
And if it's in
Dash.
mortal danger, it will fuck off.
Unless it's wild horse.
still fuck off.
Warhorse might be a little bit more resistant
He's
to something like
special.
that. Probably like a wisdom save to try and stay, not be frightened. But so, in that case, the troll is relatively far away. You guys had a bullywug with you who was supposed to lead you
You
back to
do,
the village
it's
once
a
you guys
work.
reach that point.
Yeah,
Which
you're
you
right.
can understand him. Right before, as you guys are charging at it, the bullywug who was just like on the cart with George, just you can understand with because you have the helmet, just goes, "Good luck," and jumps into the water, letting you all just charge
But he
at this
also
thing.
had Waterwall casted on him, right?
If you only
Yeah.
if you also cast on him, then he's just standing there now. He probably went like bye, and then like rolled a couple times like oh fuck.
Breaks a few limbs.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
It takes a bit of damage.
Yeah, but he stays behind and will not be engaging in this fight because you chose to
Understand.
charge at it over the water.
Really understandable.
Understandable.
And really
No, I
smart
don't
also.
understand.
Thank you.
So
Are we D-Daying?
Yes.
you all begin.
Yeah.
You
He
all
wants
begin
it
to charge
alive,
at
though.
it. You will all get. You will all get your turn, even if you're not on a mount. So
Yeah,
keep in mind, you're 200 feet away
don't
at the
forget-
start of this turn.
We need to keep it alive.
Yes, you need to
Oh,
capture
shit.
it alive.
What's the troll?
Let's negotiate with it.
Fireball.
That's what I wanted to do, but then everyone
Well,
started to charge.
Zira, as you guys are charging at it, the large central head, what is the most anatomically correct placement of a head,
Yes.
this kind of like speak out loud, which you can understand. The rest of you, none of you speak giant, right?
Nope.
No. In that case, only you understand it with the helmet turned on. It just simply goes, "Looks like we're eating meat today." The other ones kind of like come into like a short, slow chuckle in a chair.
He
I'm
wants to eat
vegan,
us.
actually. One of the hands goes.
Well,
One of
that's-
them is like, "I'm a vegan."
Well, other people will want to eat them too.
I don't eat it.
So, Zira, it is your turn. You're on the back of Angie's horse, so you're sitting behind Angie. You can barely really see anything. You can hear it say that, and you know it's there. What do you want to do? You're 200 feet away.
Okay, first of all, it wants to eat us, and then I yell at it, "I'm not made of meat!" And I will hold my action
For what?
to throw some magical orb at it.
Okay, what's the range of the magical orb?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, that means that even if the horse dashes, it will take 2 turns before you can do that.
I'll still hold it in case he comes towards us.
You can also use any, like, if
Yeah.
there's any spell you would want to cast pre-battle, like for example a bless spell or whatever, you could do that now without really wasting any turns.
Well, the only
Otherwise he's just
useful
holding turns.
spell in that case I have is Expeditious Retreat. And I can only cast it on one person.
You can
Pretty
cast
sure
it on
that's
the horse.
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a range of self.
Yeah, and you
Dang.
only have that for.
You can
difficult
cast it
terrain.
yourself and
This
run
is
to
not
the
difficult
horse.
terrain, it's just far away.
No, Expedition Retreat just allows you to dash as a bonus action.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
And
if
difficult
it could be
terrain.
cast on a horse, then that would indeed work. But
You could cast it
It's
on
only-
yourself and then run next to the horse.
Yeah, just as fast as a horse.
Those little pitty patties are beep, beep, beep.
you would barely keep up with the horse. Like the horse would be 30 feet around faster if it dashes.
Yeah.
And nothing you want to cast?
No, because
Okay.
like I said, I don't really have anything useful in that regard at the moment.
That's fair. Utsel.
Yes, I will cast a lot of spells. Let me
Sorry,
look at my...
no, I made a mistake. We're not 200 feet away, because in the WhatsApp I told you over 300 feet away.
No, yes.
Let
Right.
me be magical.
And there's a reason for that. So you're 300 feet away, not 200 feet. It's good that I cleared that up before anybody moved. By the way, keep in mind how far you are, please. The
Yeah.
ones on horses.
I'm not riding this horse, so I
Nope,
can't
you're
really do
behind,
anything.
Yeah,
behind
I'll-
on Bree.
I'll
You
keep
can
it up
kind of
for
see over Bree because you're taller. You can see the troll clearly.
You're taller than me. That's
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Distance strike is also like 20 feet or something. I can't really do anything. I think I still have a javelin, so I'll just hold that.
That's a range of 120
Yeah,
feet.
it's
Wait, if
so-
you want to throw it with disadvantage, or 30 if you don't.
I'll just. I never use them, so I'll just throw with disadvantage.
Alright,
Well,
well,
we
you're
get-
currently 300 feet away.
Mhm.
So keep in mind whenever you get close enough.
A spell I
Um,
can't even use.
How much was it? 150?
20.
20.
The 120 is the max range, 30 is the minimum range of a javelin.
Oh, I can do this.
After Utsul, the troll that's now standing, like it's standing mostly on the edge of the larger lake. It is kind of like it has multiple hands, and it's with a lot of them. It's kind of just like grabbing into the ground and just ripping these large chunks of dirt, just ripping them out. Action. After that, Bree. You ride a horse. So at the start of your round, what does your horse do?
My horse dashes to
Right.
the close.
So you go 120 feet, which
Yep.
brings you from.
180.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not darting.
So you're 180.
Oh, you're darting on.
You're now
horse.
180 feet away from it, which I'm pretty sure this is 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. So you're still not on the battle.
So if we're on the battle map, I can throw it.
Yes. When you're here on the battle map.
Yeah.
Just like one step.
Okay.
So your horse dashes. Is there anything you want to cast pre-battle?
That's a good question.
Get ready for it.
Finally discovered a spell I could use.
No, I'm
Don't
not
have
going
to
monkey
touch
just
the
now.
horse.
No. The horse
Well,
would die instantly.
Because if you discovered it just now.
It's not
Yeah,
the
now
same,
I'm
but-
just also now seeing
The
what
horse just
all
rides.
spells I actually have are.
Yeah. You probably want to cross-reference it with the D&D Beyond list.
Go away.
Fuck you want to tell me so?
I already cross-referenced. I don't have it.
Alright.
Because I was
You also
like,
don't have shield twice.
I can also
Yeah.
pass suggestions.
yeah, let's see. You also go.
Well, the suggestion range is like 30 feet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did look and
Oh,
see if
no,
it was
this is also 120 feet.
subclass.
Okay.
No, I checked all the subclasses. No.
You don't know how much more.
I want to make it crispy.
By the way, Angie,
Horses
start.
want
You
to
two
make
start
it
thinking
no.
the same thing. What you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do.
Well, I still had, where was it just now? I had a health nugget to get separate temporary hit points.
Well, health nuggets are just regular hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's just two
Oh,
hit
potion
points.
of endurance, that was it. But I have written it.
Still have one of those?
Yeah, I
Isn't it
still
the
have one of
Damn.
those. Yeah, because
Those indeed give temporary hit points. I'm pretty sure it was 1d8 plus 4 temporary hit points.
yeah, I have one potion of endurance left.
Okay, go ahead and
So
roll.
I will do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d8.
1d8 plus 4 it was, I'm sure. Okay. Please make me proud. It's a 6 plus 4 is 10 extra temporary hit points.
Nice. Can add that. That's your bonus action technically. So.
Yeah, I can't really do anything with my action and I'm on the horse, so I'll stay right here this round.
Technically, you get faster.
Dash fly.
After Bree,
With dash and then use my
What do you
monk
want?
ability to dash again.
Well,
Yeah.
Angie.
dash.
So that's
135
what I would say.
feet
my
per turn.
horse.
Your horse also
Right
dashes.
now
You're,
I have 74 hit points.
you're 180 feet away.
And 22 of those are
How many?
temporary.
How many?
74.
Feet away. Okay.
Still have more hit points.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Well,
These
But you have
I
all the
cast Barrier of the Phoenix.
Okay. What's the range of that spell?
It's touch, but
You do it
I
in-
have not a magic.
You use meta magic for distance spell?
Yep.
Okay, who do you cast it?
This
Could also-
spell with one more sorcery point. I cast it on Bree.
Hey, Bree. What's the range if you
60, 30. 30.
30, 5, 10, 15? Bree's not within range.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
a minute.
but because I.
I mean, you can move in if you want to. You can move like that, and then you would be able to.
Doesn't cost any more.
Yeah.
No, you would just take one diagonal space forward.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so Bree, you get what? Does it do it exactly?
Plus
Is
how
it concentration?
Maybe George on the card
It's
is like, well, you're getting
concentration.
closer.
Your cart is like speedboating behind the horse.
I like it.
I mean, Warhorse is strong enough. It doesn't matter.
And
Now he is.
she
Absolute
gets
force.
a plus 3 on her AC.
That's why he gets the strongest.
No, plus 1 on her AC.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
Plus 2.
2 on her AC.
Yeah.
Nice, so you get +2 to your AC.
I have an armor class of 20 and I have 74 hit points.
So both of you are now 180 feet away.
Yep.
From it.
Yes.
Thank you, Angie.
But does the I see. It's 20.
It will, by the way, because it was holding its action.
Wait.
We'll get to after.
Oh.
We'll get to after you.
Oh no, that's 30 feet that I can see.
Yeah,
So-
range is name.
Yeah, I was talking about the radiant horde, but that's within 30 feet.
Alright, I
No.
would
Do the radiant
hit
horn
it
on the
because
horse.
I had shot, so I could shoot it from
Right.
to 600 feet.
George,
That
you're
would be great.
you're going a little slower than the
Oh.
rest of your party because you're speedboating behind. It's a little slower, just barely noticeable. Your other party member is a little ahead.
I thought the chariot would be fast.
Well, both of you see the troll who's been grabbing pieces of stone and dirt from the ground. As you guys approach it, begins to lob these chunks of earth at you.
Fuck.
It's in its long range, so it will have disadvantage
Oh, okay.
on the attack rolls.
What's the
As
AC
these
on the
large
horse?
chunks of
At whom is he throwing?
at both you guys' horses.
Oh no, Jillian!
I'm gonna try to kill the horses.
He made them.
The first one, I would say, would be on Bree, who entered first.
Yep.
Is going to be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
The one on Angie
Doesn't that also hit us?
is going to be a 15 to hit.
Oh yeah.
No, it just hits the horse. The horse is the only one suffering
but
damage.
if it's
you
like
fall off
huge
of it,
lobs of
it like
earth.
slams against its side.
Ah,
There you did the
Slash.
discovery.
I guess.
Also possible.
I know why that
I mean,
shield
if like a
applies.
huge clump of
There are
earth,
two
like
subclasses who give you shield.
Horse front of horse is like this.
So,
when you're
first,
behind.
Bree,
we would still feel it.
your horse
Yeah,
suffers
yeah.
It's our first.
17 points of bludgeoning damage as this rock
17.
just
Okay.
slams into it.
Dang.
Okay.
The one against you, Angie, suffers, or your horse suffers. And let's see. Uh, 18 points of bludgeoning damage as another chunk of dirt just slams into your horse. And it has multiple arms, so it's grabbing multiple of these things at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Noticing that, George, what do you want to do?
I want to dash.
Right, so
My
you're
horse,
also.
But I'm slightly slower.
No, that was just for thematics thing that I was a little late with.
Oh.
It held action. But okay, you dash
I'm
into.
just rolling a shit initiative. That's
You
what-
get within 100 and,
I mean, you didn't get hit.
180.
180 feet, which means it will lob another piece of stone at your horse.
Well, damn, it's just lobbing a lot of stuff.
22 to hit.
Uh,
damn, that would've
yeah,
even
hit
that
me.
would have hit my horse as well as me.
Well, it aims for the horse.
It's got like 5 arms or something, so
Yeah.
it can grab a lot of earth.
Your horse suffers. Let's see.
It's a snowball, but without the snow.
17 points of
Much
bludgeoning
more
damage.
And stones.
For horse, it's it. Alright.
Snowball with
George, your horse dashes. That's its action and its movement. What do you want to do?
Surprise.
Well, George
You get your full turn.
sees all
I don't know
this.
if you
Guys,
want to
guys.
find.
Is everyone within range of like I think it's 30?
That's literally how close everyone is.
Okay.
You're just a bit more that direction.
I can.
I mean, in real time, I guess you'd be a little bit off, but accurate enough.
I guess I would want to cast Bless, maybe. Bless.
But also,
Technically,
like,
technically George would be like there, because the horse would be in this space, not George.
and also
Doesn't
like
change
how, like sideways on the horse.
I would want to bless Bree, Angie, and me. So.
Right, so that's a lot of people. That's like a 4th level.
Well, bless is it a first level spell?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cast it at 2nd level. And also do more. So,
Wow.
Alright, so everybody except for Zero?
everybody except for Zero, because that
And
would be a
Utsu.
3rd level.
Did you do this now?
I don't think that's yeah.
On
Everybody
2nd
except
level, you can target 4 people.
4 people.
Right, so
You can do
And
Zero
at the-
instead of me. I don't.
blessed.
No, Zero just has to get out of.
Get the hell out of
Don't
Dodge.
get hit. Just
Yeah, that's the most important part.
don't
you
get
know?
hit.
Yeah.
I'll
I,
be
I
fine.
also don't need to get
I
hit, but
discovered
have lazy
another
play.
mistake.
Well, at least you have.
Right.
And
Um,
did more hit points.
George, that's just your concentration and your blast because you don't have enough blue rings. But Angie is blessed. Bree is blessed.
So
Utsil is blessed.
I have a barrier around me. I'm blessed. I have extra hit points.
Alright, that's your action. Any bonus actions or
Absolutely not.
personal movement? You want to jump off the horse? Oh.
Yes.
Of course, yes. No.
Alright, after George, Zira, it's your turn. You're within 180 feet.
Ah.
And you're not blessed, which might scare you a little bit.
Ah, yes. That
What?
is a range I am still useless at.
Okay, in that case, Utsil.
Let's keep holding an action.
Same. I don't think I can do anything.
Well, you're holding your action still, right?
I'll like hit the Moonlit Gauntlets because I don't have anything else to do and I'll hold my action.
Ding, there's a light. It's midday, but sure.
Yeah.
Alright, after Utsil, it is the troll's turn.
I'm just like there underneath the javelin.
On the troll's turn, it grabs more pieces of rock and just begins to lob them again.
Throwing a javelin at those rocks.
Zira.
Anything.
You're also the only one that can hear this.
I wanna
There's a second head on its shoulders that begins to speak in giant, which, Zira, you understand as, get one of them dwarves. They have much meat on their bones. Another one kind of responds to that, talking to the head on the shoulders, going, No, none of that. Their meat is too tough. They begin to kind of argue with one another.
That's nice.
They're wondering if they want to eat you guys.
Why us?
Because you guys have much meat.
Suggestion. I suggest he takes one of you when you get close to him, we take him down.
You suggest him to do what?
Well, thanks.
I'm pretty sure.
We can
Not
do
a
that.
mistake. That's 3 in total.
We're not gonna, but we could do that.
We could do that. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things we could do, but we don't.
We don't have.
You're all 180 feet away, which still means
We
you're.
kind of have to.
Yeah, you're still within disadvantage range, so it will roll with disadvantage against your horses. So again, Bree first.
Yeah.
That will be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
On Angie, it will be a 15 to hit, and on George, it will be a 17 to hit.
Hits at Warhol?
Okay.
War is not.
It has an AC of
have
50. It's like not that great.
Oh, I thought it was really high.
No, it's not.
Of course, it's pretty high.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Warhorse
Warhorse it is.
disappoints you.
Warhorse
Bree,
has the same AC
your
as I
horse
do.
suffers 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Angie,
It's
your
almost-
horse suffers 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Princess!
And Warhorse suffers. Oh, that's not that much.
I have an idea. When I'm
15
gonna do
points of
next.
bludgeoning damage. Max?
I'm gonna
Yes,
heal my,
15 points.
15 to Warhorse as it just
I'm gonna heal my horse.
eats these things. Bree, your turn. Start
Yes.
first, your horse.
First, my
180
horse.
feet.
180 feet.
Dash,
So-
disengage, dodge. That's it.
I'm
I
in
mean,
doubt
it can
because
walk still, right?
Hmm?
It can walk, and then also dodge. For example.
It could, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's what
For the
I'm
record,
thinking.
Dodge
already
gives it
been rolling at
disadvantage on
disadvantage.
its attack rolls, and at this point you see it's still kind of throwing relatively inaccurately, managing to hit you still.
Yeah,
It's rolling with this.
it's
It's
already
already
rolling with
rolling
disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Well, in that case, we're just getting close. I want Jillian to be in to walk 120 feet.
Yes.
So to get close.
You could go 180, so you're going 120, which means you're
At 60 feet distance.
60 feet.
Yep.
Right, 10,
That's in
20,
the range we can do
30,
something.
40, 50,
Not really.
60.
Yes,
So
you can do everything.
you're here.
I can do
You
everything.
can dash and move.
I can
And stand
move.
in front
20,
of
30,
you
40,
can do
50, 60. This is now there's 60 feet between you guys.
I will throw my javelin.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that with disadvantage. If you want to use anything that has a 16-foot range, you have to get one space closer.
Nope.
That's why I never throw anything.
What'd you get?
Natural one.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, you throw it and the javelin just kind of like flies past and just sinks into the boss somewhere.
Well, that's about alright.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So now you're 55 feet apart, which means it is within 60 feet.
Okay. For my bonus action, I want to heal my horse
Okay.
with a second level healing word. Because I think it needs it.
Okay.
It got hit 2 times, so 2d4 plus 4.
I'm now getting
Wow,
you
that's
guys to
really-
spend spell slots in your horses.
Yeah. So that's 6 hit points every turn.
Okay.
Wow.
That's your bonus action.
Yep. And for my action, I will I have my life drainer rapier close to my side, of course. I will pull it and I will use the Ruby of the Bard to cast Vicious Mockery at it.
Right, you sing and sheath it. And as you unsheath it, you hear a voice going, "Oh, are we ready?" Never mind.
Why does that sound sensual? You're giving me real
maybe
weird thoughts.
Rumble.
You cast Vicious Mockery, which will be a Wisdom saving throw on its end
Yes.
For a 5. Oh, sorry, no, 10.
That's still a
Does that make it?
No, it's a 16.
No.
And it takes, that's 5 plus 3 is 8 points of psychic damage.
8 points of psychic
The
damage.
first damage is dealt, people.
Hey, that's disadvantage
How
on
does
this
he
next
look?
attack roll, right?
Yep.
Oh, he looks bloody.
Immediately gone.
It dies. It was fake all along. 8 points of
Yeah.
damage?
8 points of psychic damage, yes.
Alright. Seems to be
And
fine still.
it has disadvantage on the next
No,
attack roll it
really?
makes before the end of its next turn.
Alright. After Bree, Angie, it's your turn. First, you have your horse. What does it do?
I wanna move to a distance of 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay, that means actually that you end up right where you are. This is 120 feet
Can
difference.
I have like a little
Now
bit,
it's within 120 feet.
little bit to the move?
No, you can only because you're technically riding next to George.
Okay.
You
could
have
crash
to,
into
I mean,
George.
okay, no, because you don't use the full 180 feet. That will allow you to be.
You kind of have to slow down. As you slow down, you can kind of go past him. Where do you want to be? Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're within 120 feet.
And I wanna cast.
A useful spell.
Fireball.
Fireball. There might be an entire family of halflings on the
Don't use that joke again. I mean it.
That is a 5 on its.
Well, okay, I guess I deserved it because I wanted to use you dwarves
You kind of see.
to be bait for the
No, at this point you don't see it. Go ahead and hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the only one that's not familiar with this. The rest of you, who has faced a troll before, expect it to whatever damage you deal, begin to regenerate.
Yep.
Once you hit with a fireball, it seems to very, very slowly regenerate from that.
Yeah.
Compared to what normally would.
Do I have anything that does fire damage? I don't think so.
We have engine.
Yeah,
we have an NG.
We have an edge.
We have
That's
3 fire spells.
true. This is wisdom.
You can do fire.
Well, heat metal is something, but it's not using any metal.
Nope.
31.
31
wait,
points.
wait. Nope. 11. That's
Yeah,
one.
make it mark into
31, right?
31.
Yeah, 31.
31. That's a good roll.
It's not a
That's
beast.
sad. Oh right, it's a dragon.
Right.
As you hit it with a fireball,
Would be
it
cool.
emerges like it has these large burn wounds that expose its inner flesh, and its regeneration kind of halts for a moment.
And then I used Quicken Spell.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Doesn't work because you can only
Wait.
get more from the beasts.
Yeah, but that's why she has to make a potion for it.
Dragons are large and intelligent. You can
And-
certainly tempt it.
Then I
I am a
cast.
tiny but intelligent creature.
Then I cast Firebolt.
Alright. That's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Get blessed.
Bless.
What's the bless?
Bruh.
A D4.
It will not
So-
help.
What'd you get?
Plus 9.
Well,
maybe
roll
it
the
will
d4.
help.
Wait, use
throw
it.
it.
I
Use
have a
it.
shit use it.
Use it.
It's not a natural one.
5 plus 9 is 14.
14 still misses.
Fuck.
It
No, that shit is
just misses.
Okay.
But
Fire
it
bolts
does get.
flies by. You're
still
no, but
blessed.
it doesn't
You
wear
were
any
still-
armor, right?
Still blessed.
It doesn't wear any armor, right?
Nope.
Might have
Well, I mean, if you call this
Steel
armor,
ass.
that's
You're
a very,
lucky it's
very
wearing a
easy-
loincloth.
Fuck, it's.
I
I
am.
don't have
I'm
the.
glad.
I want to see the
Nope.
peak of a troll.
The horn. Also,
You
it's not
have
a.
multiple.
It's a horn now, and it's
Yeah.
only 30 feet. Alright. After that,
That's
Some people will be into that.
after Angie, George, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, we have an
full
important question.
force attack. The question is not important.
That's
Good.
another
Dash forward.
Right?
All movement with the horse.
So 180 feet.
1 million.
We're at 180.
120. So 60.
60 feet, which will bring you in the same line as them. Well, if you want to be, your horse is now in it because you're in a cart. You would have to be here to be within 60 feet.
Well, my horse can't actually move that far, but George will do
Okay.
a cool maneuver. He'll go on Warhorse as it slows down, and then
And it will
Dismount
do a dual
at this
slide.
Aye.
Will
With
this
cards.
mount?
You try to go on a warhorse. You can like hop over. Where do you want to go?
Hop over. Yeah, there.
Here. All right. If you
If
end
you
up
I
there,
thought you were gonna do a
Forward,
drift.
That's only 5 feet of your movement.
And then use the remainder to sort of get in front of Warhorse.
Hey, your horse stays there. Though.
Pull the shield up. Give him a little command or something. I don't know what horse should
Go ahead and make an animal handling check. I'll say, let's do it like this. If you're facing a big strong creature, make an animal handling check. You have to beat its CR.
to
So how bigger and scarier it is, the more likely it is that your horse runs away.
Right.
It's an animal handling check to keep your horse there.
I'm blessed.
sure. That only adds to attack rolls and saving throws, not ability checks.
Does?
Yes.
Guidance does ability checks.
Yes.
In that case, it's animal handling. It's only an 11.
Okay. We'll see what Warhorse does at the start of your next turn. What do you want to do?
I want. Well, I'm blessed.
Yes.
That's weird.
No, I'm not doing that.
I do want, as I like sort of go off, I want to do a heal on Warhorse first.
Okay.
Which actually no, that would be an action. I don't want to do that as an action, so it doesn't matter. I'll
You
do
don't
it.
do that?
I'll do the bonus action heal. You know that one.
Healing
the
word.
Healing word one.
Roll d4.
Word of heal.
Where you?
After this, Zira, it's going to be your turn. And after that, Utsul.
That's 8 hit points for Warhorse, and I need a dex save from this troll. So we'll have Sacred Flame.
Fucking ass.
Better be.
Yeah, cheeks. It's double cheeks. 5.
Yeah.
It was
Double
like
cheeks.
the dice was like 19. 3.
Oh, I
19,
know that
19.
feeling.
That's owie.
Well, 6 points of radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage. Hi.
The small radiant flame starts at its feet again, like pulls back.
Anything else, George? You don't have anything else.
my.
I think? Top of the round, Zira. What do you want to do?
It's me. Well, I have a feeling that Francis is not going any further,
Sorry, no.
so I'll have to jump off this horse.
You dismount, which costs half your movement.
And I will just slowly walk closer,
5, 10, 15. Okay.
trying to not be seen by George.
You want to like straight up hide or?
No, I'm just...
Hoping.
I'm just wishful thinking that George will not see what I'm gonna do.
Which is?
Getting closer.
Right, what do you do?
For now, nothing.
You have an action still. You can
You can
dash if
dash.
you want to.
Yeah, sure, I'll dash.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get you there.
Right. After
Also, I did the cross
So your
reference.
clothes.
yes.
These 3 I don't have. And I'm missing
Not
one
yet.
spell I do have.
Okay.
Run at
We'll
it.
try and see if we can fix that later. But it's good to know. After that, Utsul, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You're on the horse.
Instead of dismounting, can I jump off the horse?
Or does that still count as dismount?
I'll say you can.
Because I don't want to use
You can. Well, okay. I'll say this. You can attempt to jump off a horse.
I need
which
the
will
rolls
only
also.
cost you because there's a specific subclass that allows you to dismount for 5 feet. I'll say if you can make an athletics check, which would make it only 10 feet. But if you fail the athletics check, you go prone.
That's fine.
You fall off the horse.
it's
I'll
also
rage
near.
before that.
Right?
I'll use
Bonus
my
action,
bonus
rage.
action to rage
You're
and jump off.
When the horse is going.
Hey, go ahead and make an athletics
Athletics
check.
You can use your reaction to dismount.
That's 20
Why did you roll with advantage or disadvantage?
rage.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah.
athletics.
Yeah, I forgot, but that makes sense.
That's why
20?
rage.
Yeah, no, with 20, you use 10 feet of your movement and you hop off the horse, like, no problem. You kind of, like, get ready. The moment you get close, you throw the javelin, you whiff it, you're like, fuck it, you gotta get ready, you jump off the horse, as it's still, I mean, it still had momentum at that point.
I have 35 feet left, right? How close does it get me?
35 feet goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Get you over there.
Within 20 feet.
Oh wait, you can't use a bonus action to make an armed strike when you haven't attacked.
I can.
You can.
I think I can. I don't know.
No, you have to make an attack.
No, I have
Yeah.
to make an
With
attack.
an
But,
strike.
but I've already used my bonus action to rage.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
just action dash.
You want to just
Towards
get
it.
up to it?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna get like right up in its face.
What do you say?
It's one of its faces,
hitting
like, on your, a little bit above your eye height on the stomach, there's a couple faces, like one that's kind of like morphed in there, it's basically just an eye and half a mouth. Another one that's mostly a face, another one's kind of on the sides trying to look into the battle but can't really see it because it's like there.
Now, which one of you said that?
Also, yeah. Alright, after Utsil,
It will be the troll's turn.
who continue to bicker amongst one another. There's another completely new head that begins to speak, which you understand is going like, what about the human? And then the main head kind of like rebuttals,
Ain't had one of those in a while.
Fuck!
The third head, who didn't want to have the dwarves, kind of like comes back into it and goes, "No, get the halfling."
Okay, that's also so really sexual.
hey, if you...
They want to eat
you're
you.
just
Oh,
perceiving
I'm
this.
pretty much safe. They don't want me. I'm a little lizard. I'm too tiny for them.
Yeah.
So it will, because now somebody's up in its grill.
Yeah, it's a
Trying to eat you.
Okay.
Why do you laugh like that?
Don't worry about it.
Because he has a plan. I see it at his face.
No, don't worry about it. Utsil.
I'm not worrying about it. I see you have a plan.
Instantly die. Instantly die.
Instantly.
Well, you still have the death warding.
And yes, I do.
Forgetful.
Yeah, I forgot it last.
Let's come back.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right, you forgot.
First of all, it will strike you with its claws twice.
Like two of the...
Oh, attempt.
Yeah. First one's with disadvantage, thanks to the Vicious Mockery. For an 18.
That hits.
Why is that with disadvantage? Did you roll natural 20 or
The
what?
second,
Like a plus
which is
15 or
Yes.
something.
the second is a 21 to hit.
No, yeah, that also
Aye.
hits.
From those two claw attacks, you suffer. Let's see. The first one is 18 points of slashing damage, half to 9. The second is another 18, half to 9. So you take a total of 18 hit points.
As it just begins to rake. Another few of the claws begin to grapple at you. I need you to make 2 athletics checks. Contested, so
Oh boy.
don't roll them too fast. First one, go ahead and roll.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
I got an 18.
18. It rolled a 20 some.
So one of the claws manages to grab you by like the shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
Another one of the claws will also attempt to grapple you.
So go ahead and make another athletics check.
Alright.
Yeah.
20.
20. It also rolled a 20. Go ahead and roll again.
I got a 15.
It rolled a 25. Natural 19.
Yeah, with a natural 20, I could have only saved it.
Yeah. As it grabs you,
It grabs you by the most of your upper body and most of your lower body. You are beginning to be lifted into the air by it.
Exactly.
Kind of like bring it towards you. You are restrained as it has grappled you with both of its claws.
Shall I paralyze it?
I wanted to go up anyway. So.
Oh, good. It's bringing you there. You are restrained, however.
No, it better.
But you have a crazy
Yeah,
high
it's so
bonus
free.
and bless.
Yeah,
After
bless on all of that.
Right?
yeah, after that, Bree, it's your turn.
Shall I?
It's up to you.
You wanna do?
Multiple hats makes.
I don't think it would have done anything, right? The bless.
What's
It wouldn't
strange?
have.
I can do
no,
it
it's
from
not
this.
on those checks.
I'm not concentrating on anything I can do. So I'm gonna. I want to cast a hypnotic pattern in a way that only the troll would be paralyzed when it fails. Right?
Well,
no,
troll is
charmed, right?
yeah.
Yeah, charmed.
So wisdom save.
Wait, but before I do that, I want to use unsettling words on him to distract something from its saving throw.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
That's a 6. He has to subtract.
Okay.
And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't think it's very.
Well, I rolled a 19.
Minus 6 is a 13.
With its bonus, it brings it up to 13, 18.
What? It's
Wow.
wiser than. Oh yeah, there's multiple heads.
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
So the lights appear. Two of the faces kind of go. The rest.
Okay, well that's my turn.
Do you want to keep concentration on the two heads? It doesn't. No, actually, it doesn't matter. It's thematic.
Well, would it
Purposes.
work on the 2 heads? Because
No, it's,
I think it
that
would-
was just for thematic, so there's
Yeah.
no reason for you to keep
so it's
concentration.
not for
Sorry.
that. So
You could keep
concentration
concentration.
fails. I said what I wanted to do. The horse wants to dodge at this moment.
Nice, and stay there. So it kind of it tries to slow down in the water. Just
Yep.
But you stay on the horse.
That's my turn. Yep.
Okay. After Bree, Angie, what do you want to do? And George? Start thinking.
No.
Fuck you, I don't know. Fireball?
Fireball.
Alright. It is like holding Utzel in its space.
Yeah. I mean, you can.
Like.
But
Don't let that discourage you.
I mean, wouldn't I hit it,
Utzel can handle
be able
a
to hit it
fireball.
like in the back?
Yeah, okay, because it's large and it's so small. You could only if you only target like that, those
Yeah.
3 squares. Yeah. You're right. Good point. Good
Just
point.
not so.
I could also handle it.
So its dexterity saving throw was a 12, which fails.
Fails.
So go ahead and roll 8d6. So another ball of fire appears behind it, like slamming into its back.
Oh, I cannot do that. I'm restrained.
Nice.
Yeah, you're about being held.
So, hang out here more often.
Too bad I'm not an
One of the guys
artillerist,
like, no.
otherwise I could also learn fireball. Too bad I'm not an artillerist. That one could also learn fireball.
Make it fireball scrolls if you want to use it.
39.
Fireball potion.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Drink it.
39
Only
down.
when you throw it.
Well, that is a potion of fireball.
It's, like after that, it's looking pretty bad.
No, but
Oh.
if you throw it, then
Okay.
it can be a
I
fireball.
use quicken spell.
So just a bomb.
1 sec.
Yes.
Um,
Just make a bomb.
Okay, yeah.
I use quicken spell.
Alright.
So that's 5, 4, 3. On 4th level.
You can't cast another spell with a
I
level.
can't cast another spell, but
Cast a cantrip if you want to.
yes.
Fireball.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I can do. Firebolt.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Let's do you. Plus 9 is
I got it.
20 and dirty 20.
Hits.
I hope so.
I mean, Angie's taking care of this.
She did a fuck ton of damage.
Yep.
Oh wait,
Above
2.
30 twice. Yeah, 2d10 because you're at least level 4.
Yeah. 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
I
Okay.
hope I don't kill it.
Yeah, it's
I mean, the
very-
regeneration's still being suppressed. Which, like, you notice now, it's trying to seemingly regenerate, which isn't a thing you've seen often, but your fire seems to work against it.
Nice.
How much damage was it again?
12.
12, okay. Top of the round, Zira. You're still running towards it.
Oh,
You're
no.
75
I'm
feet
not
away.
running. I'm just doing my tippy taps.
But you did, okay, a quick tippy tap because you dashed.
I'm doing quick tippy taps.
Yeah, so like a basilisk running over the water.
Yeah, I'll move next to George.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get there.
There.
Alright.
Am I within 60 feet of it?
Yes, at this point
Okay,
you are.
good. Don't get eaten, George.
What do you do?
To do this, make a saving throw.
Constitution, right?
Yes.
That
Please.
is a 17.
You can say everything you want, but you are.
God damn it.
What would it have done?
Well, let's see what it would have done.
You always want
It would have been stunned.
That would have been nice. You throw the little orb and it hits it, and one of the arms kind of just goes. But it
I
doesn't
did my
affect the
part.
entire individual. Anything else?
No.
Okay. After Zira, Utsil, you're restrained. You're being like held up to its like multiple faces. If you go reckless, they're just like circles.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
You can do reckless non-lethal attacks. 'Cause
I can. I mean, I'm hitting him with I'm hitting them with my fist. Technically,
I
it's a
wrote it down.
gauntlet, but yeah. I'll do reckless attacks.
Okay. So reckless attacks, which will make it straight rolls plus blast.
I wrote it down.
First attack.
Didn't. Oh no, because we have it long. Sorry.
First, that's
It
So we
was
don't
really high.
we don't talk about that.
Bruno.
What was it?
That was a 3 plus 8, so an 11.
11 misses.
Yeah, I know.
It was
Second
really
attack.
high.
Go for it.
That is
It's better.
22.
Hits. Yes.
Second attack for 7 points of damage.
Nine.
No, 8 points of damage.
Okay. Kind of like holding it there with the little movement you do have. You can get to swing wildly with your arms.
We don't talk about Sarah.
Yeah, and I want to use a key point and
If
make
someone in
flurry of
this-
blows attacks.
Okay.
We don't talk about
Like you're kind of restricted in your unarmed
Yeah.
attacks. Then I'll hear how you're gonna do that.
We don't talk
That's
about
7.
Hits.
17.
Mm-hmm. Second.
Second is
It's a rough topic.
Yeah.
natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
That was almost a 2.
Natural 20.
So for the first attack,
To that, it will. Let's see. It will use its reaction.
well, wait
So-
with that.
Well, to let's see. Go ahead and roll for the damage.
Well,
But it will use its targeted healing, which allows it to reduce the damage by a little bit.
I wanted to, with my attacks, to turn its reaction off. Because flurry of blows it.
Right. Okay. No, then it works. Then it can do it because you can only do that to reduce the damage. It's been hit.
So the first hit is a
These are regular like non-magic
yeah
attacks, right?
9 damage.
Okay.
That's the normal one.
It doesn't seem to do as much as you'd hoped.
You figured. But it did turn off its reaction. The second
It did.
attack. Oh. His war is weird. That's 15 points of damage.
Okay. Again, not as much as you'd hoped, but that's still a fucking lot.
That's a lot
For
for a flurry of blows hit. And I wanted to make
Yeah.
it. I want them to make
15 points, right?
yeah. 8.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a dex save.
There's a 16.
Yeah, that makes it. Otherwise, it's knocked prone.
That would have been nice. But as you're like up there, how do you? Because you're being held by most of the arms and
The
like,
one
you
was
can wiggle
one
one
of-
free maybe.
One was they were holding my shoulder. Right?
Yeah, they're kind of like holding you to try and bring you
So
up.
I'm
You have a
just
little
like
bit of movement.
What did you
one of the faces on the belly, and just like and then hitting with my with my free arm.
Whatever you have, begin to wiggle and wave as you're beginning to hit this thing.
Could you please just
been
gonna
on
eat
the
you.
road.
After Utsil's turn, because that's your turn, right?
Yeah.
You're still grappled.
I
You're
can't
being-
move.
By both hands, and you're being brought up to its mouth.
to try and consume you.
I've seen this somewhere.
Can you please go roll a 1d4?
Since when did we allow 4?
4.
Okay.
Still blessed.
No, the d4 doesn't.
That's the bless.
So that would be an 8.
You can add the
You have to
d4
Google
on
it.
4. Okay.
It's an 8.
Unlocks a new tree.
If only, right?
No.
I'm sure you have that prepared.
Mm-hmm. This is just how many heads are trying to eat me.
No.
So confused.
You suffer. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh wait, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
Then that's 11, 12, 22, 30. You suffer 30 points of piercing damage. Halved to 15, luckily for you.
But as it does, it brings up like your most of your body, and still being able to hold you in both hands. And the one arm you wiggled loose, your right arm, it kind of just lowers you and rips off your right arm.
What?
I need. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you also suffer 4 points of poison damage, half to 2, half to 1.
Wow.
No, half 2 because it only does once. So, that happens.
Okay then.
It's.
Why does he does that to you?
I didn't even know I could.
Yeah, I don't have a spell for that.
As it
It rips off your arm and just like begins to bite, but you hear a faint ting, and it like spits out the gauntlet with the arm as there's a little dent in it.
I need every allied creature with an intelligence of 6 or higher to make a wisdom saving throw.
Everybody except for yourself.
Okay then.
So also the horse? No, he has a
Intelligence of 6
no.
or higher.
Oh, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Well then.
Okay.
Okay. You can still use all your features.
I kind of need my right arm for
Except
that.
the right arm.
Black wolf.
That's a bit
No,
disappointing.
but I
Your
wanted
off.
to.
The only thing is your offhand attack can't be with this with the magical gauntlet. You can make an attack.
No, but one of the I lose 3 charges of the gauntlet because that's on the other gauntlet.
You're still attuned to it.
Well, yeah, but I can't use.
It's still in your hand.
Right. You're right, but you could switch them out if
I
possible.
think I'm
We'll
free.
figure out. But still,
How?
what did you get?
13.
Fail. Fail.
I have
4 with bless.
19.
Succeed. Succeed.
15. Fail?
There's a lot of workplace
Nice.
incidents in
Why?
the forge.
I think 15 should
Um,
succeed.
Okay.
Use the bless.
Yeah, I used the bless.
Angie
Because I have nothing
Bree.
extra on the wisdom.
and Zira, everybody except for George and
So who'd happen to? You are frightened.
Of course.
And
I
then
see
Till
that
the,
I'm-
till the end of your next turn,
As you see Utsil, who's always very capable, now like still rushing in, and even though it's grappled, still fighting, just hitting this thing in the face, gets one of the arms in the mouth and just
Oh
being
wait,
ripped off.
you lost your arm.
Yeah.
Oh, you noticed that now.
Seriously, Vera? Really?
That's like
I thought it was only his hand.
That's
No, no.
It was his arm.
like it's like mostly up to there.
That's disgusting.
And yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. So Utsil rushed in there, began just whacking at this thing. All of you like, this happens more often. Gets grappled, no problem. Still managed to deal a bunch of damage. But this time, it's the arm being ripped off. Most of you are for like a moment paralyzed in fear, except for George, because I don't know. George made part of your stuff probably.
Yes,
Workplace
you-
incidents in the
No,
forge.
no.
Limbs get ripped off all the time.
Alright, Bree, it's your turn. You're frightened. But you can do everything else.
You can move closer, but that's the only thing.
Don't panic.
what does your horse do? It's not frightened. Doesn't really understand the situation as best. As good.
Well, the horse is right now staying where it is.
Is it dodging then? I'm
Yeah.
assuming? Okay.
It's just like,
Because it doesn't want that to happen to it. And
You're okay with it, right?
yeah, I don't care.
okay, when I'm frightened, can I target the thing for?
Like,
The spells?
easy,
Yeah.
we'll heal it easy.
That's
We'll
the thing
do
I
no
can't.
time.
The attack was up with
Just a new
disadvantage,
arm.
and you can't
There
move
we
closer
go.
to it.
I mean, think that's a new zero.
Whilst you can see it.
Yeah, sure. I'll just figure out a way to make a potion so you can grow a new
Well, I
limb.
can see it.
I'd rather have
It's
another
something I
potion
need
first.
to- I can
Depends
heal
on
it,
how
it's
easy
okay.
they're to make.
Yes, yes. Let's let Sky do her thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Dramatic moment for apparently Sky and Bree.
Yeah.
Looks all just mad now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little stuff.
Then you can.
I can read.
Oh, not the entire arm.
You can.
Oh, okay. I thought from the shoulder up.
Yeah. No, shatter on that thing. And
I-
I also use one of my thing. One of my unsettling words is for the thing.
Go ahead and roll for
to,
that.
distract it because it's a motherfucker and he can't treat my boots like that. That's an 8 he has to subtract.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Ugh.
And that's shatter, so that's a Constitution saving throw.
That's just, okay. Roll the 17.
Yep.
Plus 5,
Yeah.
which brings it to 22.
-8.
Minus 8, and brings it to 14.
14. Haha, that fails.
So for a moment you're stunned. You see this happen. Everything everything goes slow around you. Everything is quiet. You don't notice anything else. And a moment, everything picks back up, and you immediately, like almost instinctively, cast the heavy spell you got and just hit it with this loud.
Shatter! I see what I do is, and it takes 3d8 thunder damage. Let's go.
Oh, God damn
Wow,
it,
it's
dumbass.
not that much. No. Okay, it's 8.
8?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a 3, a 3, and a 2, so that's an 8.
8 points of thunder damage.
Yep.
God, it's looking bad.
It's looking really
I should have
bad.
done that earlier. I'm a dumbass. 8 points. Okay. It's looking pretty bad.
So that's my turn.
Alright,
Yeah.
it will then, because it can do that apparently, take a legendary action.
Nice.
Why do you say it like this? You
Just-
made
I forgot.
it. You made it this way.
I was like, it's there, and I just didn't see it the entire year.
Just in time.
It's been being hit by fireballs. It was a little, but now it's got its mojo back, I guess.
I mean, the arm
Alright.
did it.
That doesn't
I
make
think.
any sense.
It unlocks it through.
You
eating
made it,
arms.
right?
It unlocks it through eating arms. It will move into the water. 5, 10.
Oh yeah, of
15,
course. It will also
20,
take one of your arms.
25,
Oh, the other door.
30, 35, 40. Yeah, come on, make it show.
Why are we doing this again?
Still has Utsel with him.
At this point, like just grasping two of the other arms. It will move that. That's its turn. That's its legendary action. Angie,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
I will.
Can I manage myself?
Get your arm eaten
If you're
too.
incapacitated, you lose concentration on a spell, right?
I think so. I
So
don't-
then no.
You'll be banished for like a split
Well,
second, and then
Yeah, but because you're gone into like a pocket dimensions where if you're on another plane and you banish yourself, you go to the other plane, you stay conscious. So then it would work.
Can we repeat the saving throw for being frightened, or is it just?
Oh right,
for
no. At the
minutes?
end of your turn, it's gone.
Oh, okay. That's
oh, it's
good.
just the
It's-
one turn.
it's very- yeah,
It's
very
just,
moment.
it's just a
Okay.
limp. It's like, oh shit, I thought it was something
Fuck.
worse.
Do you want me to put it back?
No, but I was
I
just
thought it was
wondering.
bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Thanks for reminding.
Firebolt.
It's just
It's
Bolt?
bad.
Throw a little firebolt up there.
That's
Less.
a
With less?
less arena.
You fucking
17.
hits.
Yeah, I don't know.
You hit it with a little fireball.
Bolt.
You could also use a 4th level, right, for firebolt.
She could have.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Fireball, I'm saying. You could also use a 4th level. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
just get one. 96.
13 damage. But it's also damage.
13 damage. Okay.
How
I
bad
sure
is
hope it is.
Pretty bad.
Eeny, meeny,
Like when it gets hit
miny,
with that, it just gets hit in the face and just.
It looks back angrily and kind of looks at you, but also begins. Some of the other heads begin to look around in other directions behind it.
4th level magic missile with
Magic missile?
magic
Yeah.
missile, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, do your thing.
You already did fire. She already did fire. Then.
I don't want to
Yeah, okay.
kill it.
Yeah, true. Okay.
She wants to use non-lethal damage.
Ah. Yeah.
No, because she hit it with fireball.
Right, I know, but I mean, it's gonna be. I'm gonna capture some.
Just keep lighting a torch next to it.
You've literally got nothing.
6.
I gladly want to.
Well, I
Yeah,
tried to
just a
stun
torch.
it.
Yep, just
Constantly throwing
I'll
balls.
try
Just
again.
emptying the alchemist bag above it just constantly.
Let it just die, wouldn't it?
No, because that gets it
10,
stunned and
12.
paralyzed and frightened and stuff like that. Wouldn't kill it.
I mean, you can also bind a creature to the point like it would
15
regenerate
You
back
have
to
to
full
chill.
health.
damage.
You have to chain.
15 points of force damage.
15 points of force.
You have to chain.
Okay.
You made it.
Yeah, you have a,
You have like a 50-foot chain specifically for capturing of creatures. You built that on the
And
boat.
I can cast fire bolts as a cantrip. So that's
You
great.
need to do it every 6 seconds though.
That's fine.
Angie, anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Now I'll just take shift. She uses Firebolt, I use Ray of Frost.
Oh yeah.
Zira, by the way, now it's standing relatively close. You can hear it a little clearer.
Okay.
At this point, one of them goes, "We should get out of there." Another one goes, "Just grab the green one."
That's why you shouldn't get close,
So
honey.
tiny!
Yep, he could get you and take you and
Easy snack.
Easy snack.
yeah.
From the road.
Try to get me.
Yeah, no, just
a
like,
little bit
grab the
like
green
fruit
one.
or something.
Maybe they taste different from the others we've had. The lightweight.
it will use its legendary action to make a claw attack against you.
I find that very rude.
Not my problem.
Fair.
27 to hit.
No.
That's rough. Somehow you still suffer 13 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I'm
As
fine.
it rakes you with one claw. After that, George.
Okay.
Your horse, by the way.
No. It like starts stepping a little back. Or it can actually only move forward, so it starts beginning that direction. And it's like keeping a distance.
I mean, that's what I would have ordered it to do.
It's not full on running away, but it's like, I'm not gonna get any fucking closer to this shit.
So,
You would be really good at role playing a horse.
how awful does it look? Like,
Pretty fucking bad. Probably couldn't handle one of those again.
right. I mean, it doesn't help
Do
you
it.
that you lost one of your arms. This chain,
Well,
it's not really taking into account like the fucking million limbs it has. I don't know how this works, but I sort of want to like throw one end to Utsul and then start running around it.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. Both of you.
Well,
do this.
Both of you have to roll above a 10 to be able to coordinate this properly.
No,
Can
not
I?
flash.
Can I?
Still raging.
Can't use it for this.
If
Right.
not.
Is it with advantage?
Only with
Yes,
guidance.
but not with flesh.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Ability check.
pretty good.
Athletics, right?
Yes.
Athletics. For me, it's an 18.
For me, it's a 20.
Alright, so both of you roll above 10. You succeed. You throw it. Utsil's like, you wriggle one of your arms free at
The
George's feet.
other arm.
Well, yeah,
the,
the
the
other
one
arm.
The
left.
left
You
one,
grab it.
yeah.
The other side's blood.
Would that be my action?
I would say that is your action, yes.
Then I want to like start running a bit around it to get more.
Okay,
to
five,
at least, like,
5,
pull it
10,
around its
15,
legs.
Like the
20,
fucking-
25. If you go around it once,
The
I'll,
18,
Like, I'll
18.
say if you go around it once, that's a grapple. Go around it twice is a restraint.
Very well. I
Okay.
can
You
dash.
can, you
18,
can
18.
dash next time.
I can dash next time, but
Okay.
for now I will do my bonus action,
Spiritual weapon.
spiritual weapon.
No. I can lose this out your
Surprise.
head.
Well, at least he's not running away and pissing his pants.
Where does the hammer
Yep.
appear?
Sort of like at his torso, so like here, like in its,
I mean, that's a long time
like
ago.
at its,
but still.
That's a
his
long
head.
time.
The hammer
Still not-
appears. Goes in for an attack.
I'll just use the amulet, so it's a 17 to hit.
Hit.
Great.
Good use of the amulet.
Yay!
You did it.
I didn't know he had it.
9 points of force damage.
And you
Yeah, but he
Hit it in
almost
the
never
head.
used it. This
The-
is one of
it
the
is-
rare times
Using
he-
it now.
Yes,
It is
you
still-
do. Yes,
it
you
is
do, and
still
I'm proud of
around.
you for
It's
doing it.
like most of the heads are like very badly hurt. The one you just smack in the head's kind of like dazed. It's not doing great.
Yeah,
Let's bring
That's
it
your
down.
turn.
that's my turn.
After George, top of the round, Zero. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Get away!
Get away, get away.
Can I make a saving throw?
If you throw a little orb at it.
Yes. I still can do it while I'm frightened.
Yeah, because it just forces
Okay.
a saving throw. It's not an attack.
I'll do that.
I'm not frightened anymore, by the way.
that was. I don't know which one that was.
Roll again. Because it was like a,
I like that. What you do.
a 16 and a 20, but I don't know which one it was, so I'll just go with the one I rolled,
But I like
which is a.
Running around with a chain.
It's a natural 8
Just
plus
reminds me of
5,
Star Wars.
which is 13.
Doesn't make it.
Alright, what did you do?
Well, let's see.
And-
It is charmed by me.
Alright.
Get
I
me
want to
charmed
take you
there.
even more.
You can like you charm it and you see one of the heads you go.
Oh no!
It goes.
No!
Oh
And
That was a good
no!
idea.
Stranger danger.
I'm no longer frightened.
and I
You
turn
want
out,
a different
run away,
fighting.
and yell, "I'm not tasty, and I'm a minor."
15, 20, 25, 30. Well, you charmed it, so it's
Is
not its
minor a
fault.
thing in the world?
It will make
Yeah.
an attack of opportunity
I
against you.
think so. I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
When it's charmed.
That's yeah. Like she just has advantage on ability checks against it. It is actually no. Go ahead and roll a charisma check against its inside. Let's see if it will actually attack you because there's a good point. It is charmed.
I am
Its inside is something. Let's see if you beat that with a.
a natural 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. It's like and like it reaches out at you and then just stops.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. After that, it will use its legendary action to swipe at
At least it doesn't try to grab me anymore.
George. That's a 19 to hit you.
That misses.
And so as one of the arms swipes back and just shrieks across your shield. Perfect. After that, Utsil, you're in the arm. You're still grappled at both hands. You hold the chain in one.
I mean the chain I'm
Or
holding.
that one.
Yeah.
You can just like still like pistol whip it with it. if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, I
Start
can.
running.
But you're also still like grappled at both.
I'm held in place by the
Oh.
thing. It wasn't looking very good, right? Nope.
Just punch it in the face.
Yeah, I want to punch it in the face.
Non-lethally.
Go for it.
Well, non-lethally, but I still want to use both charges on the gauntlet. Well, one charge on the gauntlet because the other one is like. Yeah.
I can't do a little fire damage. It's
Yeah,
all or
fireball.
nothing. I mean,
That can be like between 2 and 20.
And I'll make that's straight roll. I'll make reckless attacks.
Go for it.
I can just,
First attack.
hope I'm picking one of the non-lethals.
It's
In this
21
list of
flat,
almost
so
everything lethal.
29
yeah.
to hit.
That hits.
It has
First attack is it's all non-lethal damage. It's 9.
No, that's mental damage.
This is magical, right?
It's feeling
Yeah.
so badly.
It died.
9 plus 8, that's 17.
How do you want to do that? It was like on its way the fuck out, but as it's like its charm by zero kind of like lingers for a
The
moment.
charmed face that's very creepy. I just wanna smack it
I
so
mean,
that.
it doesn't die, right?
No, it's
No,
not.
I want to knock it out. I want to look.
That you
Don't look at it like that.
You hit it, and then like the hit kind of like reverberates through the entire creature. You see the other heads kind of like their eyes roll back, and the whole thing just.
Where
in
does
the
it
water.
fall though? Because
Uh,
George is
Make a
closest.
deck save, George, because it is being hit from the front.
Sorry.
See if you land under the.
Do we need to make a deck save?
Yes.
Because I was up in the air.
13.
13. That's a success. No worries. Dash out of the way as it just hits the water.
That's 19.
No, 19, yeah. You land, and then you grasp to hold your arm, and it's not there.
I start and run forward.
And you are actively bleeding from the arm.
Am I taking damage?
You're taking like 1d4 damage every minute at least, which would kill a commoner.
Well, yeah.
I'll start and run for Wars. So
Well,
just-
We're out.
George!
Hey, you
Can
get
we
over to
just
Wars, you
put it
grab the
back?
reins.
I'll just jump in this cart.
Get the arm and put it into the freezer thing we have.
Exactly.
That's in my backpack.
Okay,
I like
I'll-
it when it
I'll
is
run
down.
towards the arm.
Where? Don't eat my arm!
Don't eat my arm. Oh my god.
I want to
You're
start
not gonna
like
eat
getting
his
the
arm,
chain
so-
around it.
Alright, you begin to wrap it up. You get to the other side, now you see Utsil, you're standing there, arm bleeding.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm grabbing his arm.
Where's my arm?
It's like on the edge.
Like, put it
trying to do that.
What do you mean?
I know enough about medicine that that's not gonna work.
I mean, if we place it against your body and use mending on it,
Would it work?
Yeah,
would
so
it work?
George would know none of that would work.
That's not object.
Well,
So
could
Because
we...
it might be an object, but it still isn't.
George wants to first of all heal after he gets done. If nobody else does it, because George will take a while to get chain around.
I will try
Like,
to
that will
help.
take you a good 10 minutes to
Yeah, George is
properly.
gonna focus on that. Like,
Okay.
can anyone
Yeah.
heal?
Well,
In the meantime,
I'll-
what is
I will,
rest doing?
I will try to heal you.
I will try to help though.
I mean, you're like already holding it shut.
Yeah, I'm holding the one of the
Yeah.
chains and just like holding this.
Yeah.
Eat
metal
metal
Luck.
something and
I want to hell you.
Hell you.
Heal you.
How do you
Hell
want
you. Go to the 9 hells.
Hey, what do you do?
Well,
Already in
the
hell.
only healing spell I have is healing word. But
Mhm.
I can also give you a healing potion. I don't know what you like.
I have healing potion. I'm not that hurt. Except for the arm.
Okay, 4th level healing word it is.
I have healing potions myself too.
Well, then
I
I grab
need
one
some.
of your healing
I
potions.
need some help to get it though.
Yeah,
Then I get one of your healing potions outside of the bag, and I just look at it,
big one.
and I get the big one,
Yeah, that's fine.
and I
Just-
open
just-
it and pour it into your mouth.
In the meantime, by the way,
It's 6 plus 3 plus 4.
you did suffer 3 points of damage in the meantime from just bleeding.
Well,
And 4th
I'm still raging, right?
does
No.
the
You should not be. You're not being.
with 4th.
I'm still getting damage.
yeah.
You can choose to rage if you want to. Then it would be 2.
The
Nah, that
The
doesn't.
potion
matter,
with
it's
4
3.
die, does that add a plus 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much
it's
damage?
6 plus
2.
3 is
No, no,
a
but-
9.
no, I'm
3.
not
It was
raging.
3 total.
9 plus 4 is 13.
Alright,
But
so
you
when you cast it, it begins to address the most immediate wounds first,
I'm
which
not
normally is
casting
like
it, I'm
stabbing and
using
stuff.
it in
At this
potion.
point, like it stops the bleeding. It is
Um,
still exposed. Probably needs some treating.
noticing that will for a moment like stops like that's not and he wants to pick the hammer where because I deal fire damage with it, and I want to sort of hit it in the place and
You
scorch
grab it like by
start.
the head. The head's there. There's like a little radiant flame there. You
Hit it. That hurts like a son of a bitch.
That wouldn't deal damage. So
Yep.
just the full hammer damage as well, or just the fire?
Well, let's
Just for the healing potion.
just the fire damage. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's only one fire damage.
Yes, you are. No, actually, it's not. If he's done with the thing, the bless would have faded.
Alright.
How much damage?
Constitution, right?
One fire damage.
Ah, you suffer only 1 fire damage.
Oh, I'm still gonna make it. That is 17.
Alright, as that happens, your vision just kind of goes dark for a bit, and as you like almost begin to stumble over, you catch yourself and you barely don't pass out.
Can you help me with this chain?
Can I have a second?
No.
I will
I'll
help you.
probably
Leave
come
him-
back running with his arm.
I will help you, and I get
You
down
still
from
need
Gideon.
this?
Let's say I need one
Yeah.
person at a time. It's a lot.
I
So you come back with the arm
I say
And the gauntlet.
and the gauntlet.
Very important.
I say to George, I will help you. Utsu needs some rest, and I will.
I give you the chain.
Yeah, and I will give you the reins of Gilead.
You guys take some time to
So we
properly.
do this together.
You begin taking some time to properly do it, but like you see that it's like slowly regenerating the wounds, which I'm assuming you every now and again are just hitting it with a fire.
Yeah.
At one point, the bullywug comes walking up, and just kind of like turns to you because he knows you're the only one that can understand it. He goes, "Wow."
Wow.
Because-
Didn't we understand? Because it's like
That part's no
whoa.
for you. It's just like like just a frog sound. You understand what I mean? It gets a little closer though, and I kind of inspect your catch, and you're like hitting it with the firebolt every now and again, and it goes, and it grabs its spear and just jams it stuck through one of the throats, just leaves it there. You see the wound kind of heal up again, but it's not able to completely fix itself because there's something in the way.
That's smart.
It was experience with trolls.
So do we have to carry this thing all the way to their home?
I mean, we have horses.
By the way, where do you leave the arm?
The arm?
Yes.
I have the.
Should we
The
do a gentle
fridge,
repose
in the
on
mini
this so it
fridge.
stays fresh, or
Could do that.
I don't.
Fridge.
I mean, we have a barrel
arm.
preserving.
Do you still need it?
Right. Do I have
I'd
gentle
like-
repose even
you want it
prepared?
back?
I'm assuming you do.
I'd like it.
Is
I'd like
there-
an arm back.
Yeah. Is there a way to let you like?
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I want
I'll
you
put
to
it
do.
in the mini fridge.
Alright,
Yeah,
it,
then
it
it's
does
in my
take up.
backpack.
It does take up most of the space. Like you can make
I
fit
don't
another hand or so.
I don't think we had anything else in
I
there.
don't think so.
No.
But it's in the
We'll
barrel
take it out
preserver.
otherwise.
Julian is not in the mini fridge.
Our ill.
No, there's no drinks. There's nothing in there.
Maybe the food for the hot pot.
Yeah, you probably want to take
It's
that
now
out.
with the arm.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to do?
But you
That's-
still
that-
want it.
that's
I
for
can just
zero.
make you a new one.
That was a very cool. Like,
No, so
I think it's time to get that thing back to the camp of the Bullywug.
did you also find that gauntlet?
Yes.
Could I have that actually?
it's in the barrel. You can take it out. If you
Oh,
want.
alright. It was still.
Still on the arm.
Maybe it's better if you get into the chariot as well.
Yeah, I think so. It's a terrible day.
So the thing is pulled with chains. How are we going to transport it? Are we going to use rope or something else to do it?
It is bound with chains.
Yes.
I guess we can rope it up to the horses and just
Use them
You
to
can drag it.
drag it on the ground. I mean, it regenerates anyway, so any damage you'll take,
Yes, let's do that.
it'll be fine.
I mean, it's possible because it's really heavy. So
I mean, we have.
I mean,
people
war
there.
horse.
Three
Three
horses
horses would be able to drag this.
Okay.
Buff horse.
Also a buff horse.
Yeah.
So we have buff horse in the middle and only two other
Julian
horses.
and Francis. on the
Basically,
side.
other horses they fall and get carried.
Yep.
It's too
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
He's very buff. Belt
Can I take a
belt
ride
the
on the
giant-
troll?
Giant belt.
Before Zira
That's
can
really
sit
cool.
on the troll, I will
Yeah.
sit her.
Pick her on the horse. Right.
This
The
troll is
Bullywug
basically
can
Stranger
just
Things.
sit on the troll itself, and every now and again just stab it with a dagger and just waiting and just
That troll was
stab it
basically
again.
Stranger Danger to Zero for a moment.
Yes. Don't take candy from the troll.
So,
That's why I hit it. It's like, no.
what do you guys do?
It wanted to eat me and then I charmed it and it wanted to do something very different.
Well, we'll take it back. So
Yeah.
Yes, we'll go back.
You guys begin traveling back. This was about half.
A day trip.
Yeah, you're about a half a day travel away from the village. To get back would be another half day, but because you're dragging the troll, you're moving a little slower.
Yep.
Which means you only get halfway there before it begins to turn dark. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to camp or do you want to push through?
I mean, we can also
I don't like the troll camping thing. That sounds
No,
so
I
fun.
feel very uncomfortable with it. So
Let's just go back to
maybe
the
we
camp.
should. Yeah.
Is everyone doing alright? Should we like settle down
Oh
for
no,
a
I'm
bit?
totally fine.
No, my arm's gone, George.
You need to sit down.
Okay, look, I don't need this.
You need to sit down
I mean,
for most of
He
the
is not
day.
fine.
Yeah, I'm
I
sitting
understand
down.
I
You're
think the
not
rest of us is, but Uts was not fine.
Oh, but you know, relatively speaking, if you had a hit point bottom, how would you be doing right now?
69.
Nice.
66!
You'll be fine.
74. 76. Wait, do I have the highest hit points at this moment? No,
74.
I have 76.
Oh, that's with
Oh,
the temporary.
Yep, that's
No.
Almost.
It's with the temporary.
I'm at 66.
Oh no, wait, 59. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's sad.
I
It's
have
not
the
nice
highest.
anymore.
I have second high.
It
So,
looked like a 6
are you guys pushing through the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I need all of you to make a constitution saving throw.
against poison. No.
Nope.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, I'm getting tired.
14.
That's a success. That's a success.
7.
That's a fail. You suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
3.
You suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
And round
16.
3.
You're fine, strangely enough.
If only I had
With the pain, he
this
keeps me
It
awake.
keeps you awake.
potion that could make you go through one night without suffering a point of exhaustion. If only that was possible.
The
And
Bullywug
while
is also
I'm just
fine,
really
by the way.
getting exhausted, I'm still holding on
Okay,
to
give me
the
Utsu's
rapier,
mini.
just like pulling it out sometimes. And, okay, it's there. And just like Julian, get me home, please.
Yeah, as you're traveling,
Yeah.
it just goes. You hear a voice, which none of you else hear, as you're like checking on it. Just, don't worry, dear, I'm still here. What's too bad about today? We're so far away.
Away.
Better than next time, I guess. Would have been much nicer to just get up and close with it.
I think Julian wants to fuck a troll.
So,
What?
Still talking
No.
about the horse.
No. Also not about
you guys
the
push through the
person.
night, and as the morning begins to come over the horizon, the sun begins to show again. You guys see in the distance the little Bullywug village of the little hovels ahead of you. You can travel in. One sec. Alright. As you re-enter the village, many of the Bullywug inhabitants come out of their homes and stop whatever they were busy with to come and take a look at what you brought back. When they realize the large catch you made, the Bullywugs begin to loudly croak and clap, cheering in their own special way. You drag it through the central street to the larger hovel that housed the chieftain before. And as this commotion is happening outside the chieftain, followed by a few other Bullywugs, and finally also Theodore, comes out to meet you. Theodore immediately gently pushes past them to get closer and comes up to you like, oh god, I'm so happy you returned. These people are crazy, and I was halfway expecting you all not to return. What the fuck? Did it go?
No.
Well, not well.
It was a weird experience.
Thank you for not leaving me. I appreciate
I
it.
would never.
Well, I learned about them, but I'm pretty sure that they had some plans upon your return. What the fuck is that?
It's a troll
Ugh.
with
Yeah.
multiple heads who
Yours
looked at
are-
me very strangely, so I'm a bit scared.
Right. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take a look at that. And he kind of like
It's still alive.
pushes
Michelle.
past you. What?
It's still alive.
Oh god. You're like, he begins to take a look at it and
I have a
grabs
question.
his tome. Yeah.
Is there like a smaller, like a more human-sized or dwarf-sized arm on the troll?
No. this was huge. No, there aren't. Like it would grab arms from trolls and attach it to itself, so the minimum size is large. The chieftain, however, comes up to you all.
Well,
He kind of like
yeah.
approaches you, Zira. Again, you're the one who can speak to it. He confers with his with the other Bullywug while you guys are talking to Theodore,
Eyes are a bit
simply asking like, "So, how did it go?" The other one responded like, "They handled themselves pretty well, and they managed to capture this thing with only relatively minimal losses." Good. Well, he turns to you. He goes, "I'm impressed with what you've managed to accomplish. And if you would be so kind as to join us all if we feed whatever this troll is to our Frukima." You relay that. Resume.
What are they saying? Can we go now?
They want us to join them in dinner with the Froghemoth. Basically, they want us to watch them feed into it.
Oh dear, no.
Theodore,
Theodore
Yes?
might want that.
You know-
do you want to watch this troll get eaten by Froghemoth?
Well, one moment, and he finishes up like a note of it. Comes walking back. You go, "Well, yes, of course. That's
Oh.
That's why I came. I wanted to see the Frukima. I don't know necessarily in that context, although I think an action would be interesting. Also, I have learned that these people assume that Frukima is some type of deity. It's mixed in their culture and their religion, and so it is a. He talked to me. He told me that there was going to be some sort of ceremony that he wishes for us all to attend, and I think out of sheer respect, and to not offend them, it would be wise, for most of us at least, to go along with them.
What even is a frog human?
It is a large frog-like creature with tentacles, but apart from that, I'm not 100% sure. Hence the reason I want to.
So why do we
Well,
have to
if
go
you
look
want
to a large frog
to
with
stay to watch
tentacles?
that, you can say that
Why do I see-
we'd be
So you
honored
need
to
to-
join them because I can't speak.
I mean,
Yeah.
why do we have to look at it? Well,
Theodore
it
needs to
is
talk to him.
Troll. That's a little thing.
You can just sit there.
I'm gonna
I
be
want
sick.
to go to bed. Angie, would you join me?
No. No.
That's a bummer.
A group of armed bullywugs begins to take the means with which you transported the troll and move them to a pair of massive toads.
Before that happens, I want to kick the troll.
Sure, you hit it. It doesn't really respond to it.
Don't look at me like that.
They begin to attach it to two massive frogs that are about the size of your horses, and they begin to they can't jump, so they begin to walk and slowly drag this this troll with them. Like they're going in a northern direction.
So when is this feast?
Well, Theodore, who caught up with you, goes, well, we're on our way now. I'm not 100% sure how close it is, but they're keeping the Forgemoth relatively close, although not close enough to the point that if it were to escape, it would devour the village, which it very well might. Because apparently, not really. They worship it as a deity, but at the same time, it sometimes grabs an unlucky bullywug if it gets too close, apparently. And they would simply see it as some sort of sacrifice that it demanded. I do not believe that the creature is truly a celestial being.
Would it be like cannibalism, eating one of your own?
No, a Forgemoth and a bullywug are not the same creature. Although they seem to be able to communicate with large frog-like creatures to some extent, possibly also with this mostly basic concept, most likely. But these people are, in their own way, have a culture which would be determined by people a little bit barbaric. Yeah. But it's good that you returned. Otherwise, I would not have wanted to face a creature like this, because I'm pretty sure they were not joking about feeding me to it. They were asking questions about you all, and well, tried to strike up a conversation without pissing them off. So they seemed interested in what you could do, and well, looking at the crowd and most of the village is walking with you in this large stood of people that are all very excited about what's going to happen. Theodore says, I think they are, in some ways at least, impressed with what you've brought back. So,
Seems like a wonder.
Well, it's a big sacrifice. Right?
trolls regenerate, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I was expecting, and I think them as well, that whatever was going to go up against this would be at a disadvantage. Is it?
I mean, it
Did it heal?
yes. It's really react
No.
good to my fire damage. So I guess maybe that's.
Also,
And the despair in its neck.
Yeah.
It's good. Well, let's go see something devour this thing. He's a little uncomfortable with it.
Let's not get too close.
No, I would definitely advise not to step too close. You are led to a larger pit in the center of a large landmass in the swamps. The pit itself is some 100 feet across and about 30 feet deep. At the bottom there's a layer of water which you're not sure exactly how deep it is. Most of the village spreads out around the pit, some children trying to get as far to the edge as possible, where adults quickly try to pull them back and hold them up so they're able to see.
I will too.
For example.
I hold George.
There seems to be a lot of conversation amongst the bullywugs. They seem to be quite an eventful. You start talking about, oh, I'm excited what this can do. We've seen trolls before. The armed bullywugs, however, bring forth the troll, bring it next to the pit. And before
as they bring it forth, they like most of them can like step up, so start like hitting it with a bunch of weapons to like deal a bunch more damage to it, stabbing it with spears and such, and it begins to have like a harder time healing itself here and there. Eventually, they, with a group of 6, begin to like push from one side. It's still bound, no longer attached to the, no longer attached to the toes. They begin to push it, and then the whole body just falls. For a moment, it's just quiet as it just hits the water. The whole Bollywood crouch goes wild, like croaking, like just clapping. At one point, or actually, as it falls in the water, it only partially disappears. And now you notice that the water itself is some 10 feet deep. And it takes a second, but the troll begins to slowly get itself up from the water to the point that it wouldn't be drowning. It's still completely bound, standing about waist deep. It brings up one of the hands and just rips out the spear that's stuck in his throat. And
I know it's like
the crowd goes quiet in like anticipation.
that's kind of bad.
The troll quickly trying to assess its new surroundings. A moment passes before,
Firebolt.
whoosh, and you see the troll suddenly like fall backwards and being dragged underwater.
Oh, I can watch.
Everything's like goes completely still for a second again. Everybody's like on the edge, like waiting in anticipation. You see some of the water being aggravated. Like there's a little bit more conversation, start whispers. For then, both the troll resurfaces as it's being wrapped by these large tentacles of a 20-foot tall, massively wide behemoth of a creature. A large mass of muscle, fat, and rubbery skin. These two titans begin to clash with one another, bashing into them as the Bollywood crowd around just goes incredibly wild, just cheering, yelling. There's just, what normally would be a sports match, or sometimes, for those who've seen gladiatorial fights.
Throwing chairs.
They're not throwing chairs, but they're like very, very hyped about this as they are cheering and croaking, laughing. You hear some of them praising their god. These
What's their
things,
god's name?
they're just calling out for the Freakemoth, like to cheer it on, because that's literally their god.
Yeah, but that was like, do they call out a specific
They're
name?
calling it the Elder.
The Elder.
So, let's see how the troll does. Okay. They begin to fight with one another. The troll is at a heavy disadvantage due to being bound by the chain. Like one small arm is able to like wrestle free and like sinks its nails into one of the tentacles. Doesn't manage to completely overpower it. The troll at one point does manage to, with its feet, kind of push the Freakemoth away from itself, releasing itself from the tentacles. It will then kind of like it manages to get some distance, steps back, and it begins to bulge every muscle that it has in its body with a strength that can only grow out of desperation. And as it does, the bonds that held it back just snap as the chain kind of breaks. The multiple bodies of this creature just suddenly roar at the same time as they charge back in to the Freakemoth.
No actual words.
Not the chain.
Okay.
And she isn't looking. She's like,
Right.
oh no.
The Freakemoth lashes out at the troll, but in a moment of strength, undoubtedly fueled by adrenaline, the troll catches two of its tentacles, one with each arm. The troll's long nailed foot comes up from the water, grasping the Freakemoth's lower left tentacle and slamming it back down. With its other arm, the troll grabs the lower left tentacle, bringing it up and sinking its teeth with one of its side heads into it, just ripping out a large piece of flesh. And eventually, as it kind of like the Frogima begins to stumble back, the troll putting in more effort, grabbing more with the tentacles, and at one point puts its feet up against the body itself before just completely ripping off one of the tentacles. It begins to, as it's staring off the tentacles and tossing it to the sides, begins to repeat this process on the other tentacles, just raking one to the point that it's merely a bloody skull. There's this large eye stalk at the top of the Frogima's head that holds 3 of its eyes. The tool reaches out with its large clawed hands, begins to bring it forward to its mouth, shredding the Frogima's eyes. The creature itself roars in pain at the troll. And as the troll, who is now covered in blood and guts, begins to use its razor-sharp claws to rip apart the Frogima's body, the chaos in the it just kind of grows quiet.
Can I firebolt the
Sure, you begin to hit it.
the troll?
As the chaos in the pit continues, the crowd itself grows quiet. In a moment of stunning realization, the bullywugs from the pit, with almost 100 at a time, just suddenly back to a party. There's this moment of relative quiet as the troll is devouring the Froghemoth. You look around you for a moment, and you realize that Theodore isn't there anymore. For those with a decent passive perception, you see Theodore, some 90 feet behind you, having cast Expeditious Retreat on himself, booking it at the speed that is almost impressive, while shouting, "I think we have overstayed our welcome!" And he is running for the horses.
Nope. And she starts running.
You all, the crowd begins to just run at you. You all enter into a chase.
I have a great idea. Everyone get to me! Get to me! Get to me!
I get you.
You enter in a chase, which there's a whole rule set for this.
Oh.
We'll do this.
I remember.
So,
Yeah.
no. There's
I
like
don't
actual
want to do
D&D
this.
rules.
Yeah, no, I know. We did this before.
No, this is different. I've never used this before.
We have used a chase scene before, and
Yeah,
that
but
Not
was,
like
it
this.
was,
Not
that was
like
the
this.
carved one.
Alright, so,
Yeah.
to explain the rules,
Oh no.
I'm going to put up some combat music.
I'm just probably also gonna use Expeditious Retreat.
Well, this is gonna. If it would go wrong, it would totally end up in a TPK. I think.
We'll see.
Will I have multiple challenges?
I mean.
Yeah. Here, let me explain the rules of how a chase sequence works. So, we'll roll initiative in a moment, and on your you get your movement and an action. Creatures that are in a dash don't get you don't provoke opportunity attacks either. Don't worry about that. The amount of dashes that you can do is equal to 3 plus your Constitution modifier. Additional dashes require a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Once you suffer 5 levels of exhaustion, you fail the chase because you reach 0.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Your speed becomes 0.
Just get to me.
You start at a 60 feet distance from the bullywugs. And I would like for all of you to roll for
It's
initiative.
nice knowing Bree.
Let's get close to George.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh!
Alright,
It's nice.
25 to 20.
Natural 20
Natural 20 for Utsil.
for 22.
Nice. Anybody else?
Nope.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
Oh my
14.
14 for both of you?
Yep. I
Okay.
have a 15 for
Yeah.
dex.
So he has a higher dex.
god. Are you okay?
15 to 10. Then 5. 6.
You rolled that.
What'd you get? 3. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
well, 4, but.
Let's see. The bullywugs ended there.
For what? I'm probably just gonna run.
So, the chase can be ended due to a couple of things, and I'll give them to you so you kind of know how to work. This is the first time we're doing it. The chase can end in 3 ways. Either you give up, all of you give up, or you all strike out due to exhaustion. The bullywugs give up the chase by either giving up or them being struck out due to exhaustion. Let's see.
or you can gain too much distance. And when you gain a 300-foot lead on the bullywugs, you automatically escape.
Okay.
There are
So let's go
also
for the last one.
there are also chase complications, which we'll roll for. So,
Well,
Utsil.
yeah, I know it's, but I want to use this.
Can you use it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back again.
On your turn, you can get to it. Utsil, what do you do?
Run away, baby.
What did you want to use?
The amulet of the unicorn hair. That's what George says. Get to me, because I can teleport everyone within 5 feet of me, up to 1 mile away. So 2 of.
Well, technically, I'm in your space because you were holding me.
Yeah, I'm already holding you, technically. So.
Then I will get to George.
Okay. You don't move.
I get to George.
Roll d20.
It's an 8.
You already lost
8?
an arm. Oh god.
Okay. Well, okay. We'll say with the item, because you have it. So Theodore is 90 feet away from you. He has ways to go. I'll say you can skip the chase because you have the item and it's recharged. As the bullywugs kind of like get up to like in fighting range, they want to begin to assault you. You can choose to teleport everyone.
How far away are the horses?
Let's
For
see.
Theodore's sake.
Good luck, Theodore.
Oh. Who wants to pay us?
I mean, he's fast. He's a fast boy.
He's fast, but you also walked for a bit. I have it here. How far you walked?
We'll just chase the thing and then we don't use
I know, but it's
You walked.
for this moment.
Yeah.
You walked for 3,000 feet,
3,000.
which is the distance you can maximum cover to get to your horses.
Very well. Well, if we get our
How much feet is in a mile?
probably be more.
I don't know.
No idea.
5,000 or something?
Huh?
5,280.
Why is such a random number?
Because that's
American
that's
method.
imperial.
It's the
to-
American method, and if you want to remember
Yeah.
how many
So
feet
it's a
are
little-
in a
it's a
mile,
little
just
less-
remember 5 tomatoes.
It's a little less
Oh, yeah.
than a mile, so you can teleport all the way to the horse if you want to.
Yes.
Just wait for Theodore there.
That's what I will be.
Okay, so you will
5 tomatoes.
teleport. You don't see where you were because it's a little far away. You know the general direction that you're waiting on, but you appear there in the village. There's a couple of bullywug that are kind of just there,
Just
like
vibing.
didn't go along, or like confused that you suddenly appear.
Hello. Just
They
act
don't
normal.
seem except for the fact that you teleport and they're a little confused. They kind of alright, we'll go back to their day.
They don't know anything. Just act normal.
Where would
Can
Theodore be?
the 4 of you get on the both horses? I'm gonna go back for Theodore.
What need that?
Oh, there, roll a
No,
d6.
I need a split.
Roll a d6.
I already did.
Alright, how much do you roll? Oh, good. So yeah.
Well,
Okay.
make sure you get your fast, George. Come on.
Yeah, don't.
I can't leave him behind, and
I mean, he is still like 2,000 feet back.
yeah, so I'm gonna warhorse back.
Alright, you. Go ahead and roll.
I'll help you on
Well,
that.
Theodore has
Because you have 1 arm.
expedition retreat, which gives him a big boost, which lasts for 10 minutes,
I
right?
help you
Yeah.
pull up. I
Well, that's fine. You know that.
I'll say you don't have to roll anything because the horse have just been standing still up until now. You begin to approach and you see Theodore having a decent lead on the bullywug crowd that's still charging
I can't
towards the
imagine.
city.
Get on!
It's like fuck. How did you?
Just don't ask questions! Time to explain, I'm tired of this shit!
Theodore kind of like just jumps into the carriage. Go!
What do you think I'm doing?
Okay.
Cool drifting.
It's not a car. It's not a car.
It's a car.
Well, you kind of
scary
drift, and
at
Theodore
the
kind of
same
jumps in the back of you.
Dust sprays on the
Be very funny
bullywugs.
if
How?
you tried and if you missed.
What? How did you? We gotta go.
That's how fast I am.
You guys just book it out of the village and just try to put as much distance between the village and yourselves before the neighbor comes.
Well, that went wrong.
No, that went right.
Yep.
We'll go as you guys you run for most half the day before you feel comfortable. You slowly begin to slow down. Most of you kind of just fall off your horses. I would say this kind of event would trigger a point of exhaustion for everyone.
Yeah, a second. Nice. Oh, my butt.
I'm exhausted.
As Theodore also just back and
Guys,
falls
I want
off the
to
cart.
take rest.
Just like passes out almost in space.
Just
Definitely
on his
keep
head.
It
watching.
was cool, but
I'm not gonna
why
do
did it
that,
have
honey.
to be a
Sorry.
troll?
That's the first thing we came across.
At this point, you guys slowly begin setting up camp. You eventually find yourselves in the nightfall. And as you guys begin taking this long rest, we're going to be taking a break. So,
I might need some help with that.
thank you all for coming out. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. So we're going to be taking a short break after this
And
fiasco.
we're having cake.
So, with that,
Because it was
Uh,
Max's birthday, love.
thank you for coming out, and we will be back.
I like food.
Hey, no.
And welcome back. We
Lars
took a
was
short
holding
break.
Kaya out.
We took a short break, but we're back. So, we are going to be picking it up where we left it off after you guys successfully managed to escape from the Bullywug village after the dire troll you had captured managed to overpower the chain and kill the Froghemoth, which they saw as a deity. You ran for most rest of the day and then started an early long rest.
Oh, did we? Oh, yeah, right, we did.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, did we finish the long rest already? Or
Not yet. No.
Nah. Okay. Well,
Taking it.
I'm not gonna take watch. I'm just saying.
Same.
I'm taking second.
Okay, so you're taking second.
I'll take a watch. Yeah.
Take your watch consists of building your tent.
Aw.
Takes a little while.
I will help him.
Okay, you'll help with so the
I
tent set up.
will spend the watch doing the tent.
Alright.
If someone tries to help, no.
Yeah, so you attempt to help Utsu, but Utsu kind of like just push you off, tells you to go to bed. He'll wake you up when your watch comes.
I also take a watch and also I set up an alarm.
Theodore
all
does
night.
want to help, by the way. Do you push him away as well?
Yeah.
Okay, because he needs to sleep in there before your watch starts.
Oh right.
So eventually you accept the help of Theodore.
I also want to sleep.
Who's that?
Well,
Theodore's-
that's Sky's other character.
Yeah.
You haven't met him yet.
Theodore at one point is just like, I mean, I don't want to say, but
Fine.
do you need a hand?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
he needs
Just
an
he
arm.
needs an extra hand. Yeah.
He needs an arm on the
You
head.
and Theodore begin to set up your tent successfully during your first watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check, by the way, please. With disadvantage, because you're setting up a tent.
Perception?
Yeah.
Pretty. Oh.
That is.
Okay.
Check what perception
Still looking forward to use
was.
this.
13.
13. You keep an eye out as good as you can while setting up the tent. But in the you guys are going to bed relatively early, so it's mostly day out, and near the end of your watch, it kind of starts to become dark. But nothing seems to happen. You and Theodore, until the tent is set up, have all the time in the world.
Theodore, I've been thinking about what you said.
Can you give me that piece of string? I think I need it here.
Here.
I'm just
No,
trying to.
the tent.
No,
Episode, no.
fuck, and I'm trying to do this from memory, from seeing.
No, you
Having
need to
do
you need-
this.
Tie that. No,
Yes?
Tie it differently there. It needs to be. No.
Okay, how does this go? And that's the full first 30 minutes, till eventually the tent is set up, and the whole conversation ends. He's like, "Is that this something? I thought."
I was thinking about what you said
Which was
before.
that wasn't supposed to be pretentious. Fuck.
No, that's what I
saying.
said.
Right. Yes.
Well, you were good at it. You didn't die. Good job.
Thanks. I think. What is it? I am.
You asked me something before that.
Yeah.
I get put in these dangerous situations.
Assuming whatever dangerous situation you got yourselves into with the troll caused your current circumstance.
Yeah. And before that was also not that great. I don't know why. Did I just see me as that?
And no, I've had the idea at first, but you made a strong argument that
I
you
thought
do
so.
other things. Just isn't what isn't from the plot you made every now and again is quite not as pleasant as I expected.
Do what?
Yeah, most of the time.
Oh, I want to do it.
I mean, you're going to have to do a few things differently, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
It's like I don't know what it is. I don't know. What? I don't know why I do that.
I think this time I taught you a rather valuable lesson. I think, given enough time, it happened. You haven't slept since it happened, so
It's
think-
kind of hard. It hurts.
yeah. Take some rest. Eventually, when your watch is over, think about it, and I'm sure eventually you'll figure it out.
Probably.
If you excuse me, I am incredibly tired. I
Yeah,
ran
no.
more than I have in a long time.
Good cardio.
Yeah. Theodore goes to bed.
Yeah, after a while, wake up Angie.
Andy, you're woken up.
Yeah.
By Utul eventually strays off to his own tent. You're left to your own
Wakey,
devices. Bree this time not being awake with you.
Uh-huh.
Make a perception check.
Because I see so very well. Nope, that's a 4.
It's dark. It's very dark. At this point, like the early night begins to set in, and you don't really see a whole lot.
Right.
The howling of the waves
I'm
kind
so-
of just.
I'm so
Keep
deep
showing.
in thought that I don't even remember to put on the dancing lights.
Yeah, those are the only lights, like the faint shimmer from the fire, like they're keeping on every now and again. Moments though, after you kind of like sat down, you started to be drowning out things. You do notice something.
Oh.
As right next to you, kind of like sitting down, you see. No, you see like Theodore kind of like his hands like in his face.
Ah!
Hi.
Sorry. I didn't see you.
And she gets
That's
a
fine.
Theodore moment.
When Utsu comes back to bed, it's rather loud sometimes, and I think he struggles a bit with trying to get into the sleeping bag with the one arm.
I'm sorry.
I haven't slept well recently, so it's kind of continues.
You haven't?
No. I used to have a tent with like furniture and warmth, and now I am in that tent. And he points over to a tent that is relatively shitty compared to what you're normally expected from Utsul. It's just not what I'm familiar with.
No, but I'm afraid you have to get used to it. Because we won't be
No,
anywhere near like a
Yeah.
city or something.
I had
anything-
hoped the Bullywugs would have had my stuff, and I've asked for it, but they said that they were not familiar with it, which may have been a lie, I now realize. I'm not sure. I mean, you managed to acclimate to this type of travel and
Yeah, but
sleeping from, from at least from what I've seen, you used to live in a castle.
I mean, yes, but I've always been. I've never been that person, if you understand.
No, I do not, actually.
Well, I don't know. I always liked the outdoors and just adventure.
I like being on an expedition, but I also need my space. My safe, relatively, space.
I mean, it's up to you
fair,
to
actually.
create one.
I had one. It was the stick.
Yes,
I
but
created it.
you created it again. Then
That's a lot of money and time. That's a book to write.
I mean, you have the money, right? So it's not an issue on that
I
part.
do.
Maybe you should ask Zira about it. She is amazing in that sort of stuff.
Think about it. At the same time, Utsil told me not to be a pretentious fuck. Which, considering I felt like the tent, at least in Bree's eyes, made me very much a pretentious fuck. You're relatively close to that's. Is that accurate? Feeling I get.
I believe it's no secret that she believes that. I mean, you're annoying sometimes. You talk loud and a lot, and
Utsil told me that as well.
but
I hope.
I believe you're actually quite a kind man. I mean, maybe not as useful in fights like us.
I have other skills.
Exactly!
And that's why I hired you. Otherwise, I would have just gone on my own, and that doesn't go well.
So, when you're quiet and out of the fight, and not in the way, it's fine.
I tried before, you know, this adventuring thing, and I went with someone, and I didn't hire a group like I did now, and
The charisma.
she didn't go pretty well.
What do you mean?
Well, she's not here now. And you are.
She died.
I guess me not being insightful enough to understand that I can be a bit uneasy in combat. So this might have been part of the reason, I guess.
How did it happen?
We went to I was investigating. What I did before this? I was trying to find what I could in the swamps of my homeland, but there wasn't as much there as here. Well, you've experienced how dangerous it is here, and we were only the two of us, so... Creatures are, even though they are smaller and less common, still can be incredibly dangerous.
Did you care for her?
No.
Inside check.
Make an inside check.
No. Oh
No.
no.
Shouldn't blame him.
That's a 5.
Maybe it's even worse at that.
No.
I mean,
I have money.
it would have been logical if you did. Even though it's human to, or it's.
I was traveling with her for a while, but, you know, this is yeah, God. It was difficult to explain to her family that what happened, especially that it was trying to explain that it was a wise decision back then for just the two of us to go out. And well, hopefully, I think I'm taking better steps now, although it's taking a toll on your friends.
I mean,
Sorry, George.
it's part of the job, and I believe we all knew what we were getting into, sort of.
That's good. That makes me feel a lot less responsible.
I mean, this was not your fault. I mean,
Well, no, I wasn't there, actually.
so no.
Yeah.
But I understand it's hard on Utsil, but I believe that we, as a group, mostly Zira, can find something. Is missing arm, to be honest.
She's smart, but I don't know.
She is crazy smart, and she is crazy. So
I was wondering, though, when we were traveling before, you like the outdoors, you're not with your family, why did you, this is purely out of my own interest, decide to give that crown to your father, with whom you have an incredibly straining relationship, I must say, and even I have a less than stellar relationship with our parents. Yours seems to be of a whole other level.
well, actually, it's only my father. But you see, I have my magic, and with that, a lot of things, expectations come with my father, from my father. It just didn't match up. And I was always looking for freedom, and so it didn't match up with him, and no. But I
I
don't know, I
understand
was.
that. Although I don't know if this is the This is swinging the very opposite way. I wanted some distance and freedom for my parents as well, but I'd still like to have a level of comfort, with which you have abandoned long ago, I feel like.
I mean, my brother is the more... How do you say that? He is the one who likes the luxury, not me. It's a little restricted.
You joined in my tent when you had given the opportunity to do so.
Of course, because it's dead off the ground. But
That's true.
I'm not stupid, but I just don't mind giving it up. But But the reason why I gave my father the crown was I just didn't see another way to, at that moment, save my family.
I feel like there's a but coming there.
I didn't quite care what happened to my father, to be honest. But I wanted to protect my brothers, my sister, and my mother, and me.
But he's not king now, I've heard.
Exactly.
So what happened?
Well, long story short, every old regional ruler stepped down, and the next in line came in a council-like fashion who is now ruling the country. That's basically what happened.
Your father was okay with that?
I mean, he told me
He
to
had
do...
the crown,
Yeah,
right?
he
Which
told me to do
seemed of some-
everything I could to save my family, and that's what I did. So he just has to accept it. Because...
I don't know if I'll ever be able to find the same comfort in this as you are finding, but
That's understandable.
we'll see. I guess I am being confronted with it regardless. I'm going to try and find my way back to bed.
Good luck.
Yeah, you keep an eye out. Not like
I'll try.
if lights appear again in the distance, just
Oh, yeah.
good luck. Theodore goes back to bed. The following day, you all wake up. You can subtract 1 level of exhaustion, except for those who had 2 levels now have 1, I guess. Is that only you?
Yeah.
No, it's me
No.
as well.
You have you succeeded the first one, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
The rest of you only have had
I
1.
have 0 now.
You all wake up the following day.
Sarah's watch was so in advance
Oh,
we skipped
fuck!
it.
Right. It was. Sorry, my apologies. Is there anything you particularly wanted to do? Because nothing indeed happened during your watch.
Well, I probably would have drawn up the first schematics of a prosthetic arm.
Nice.
Sure, you try to
Already, then.
start that out.
Yeah. We're gonna start early. Gotta see how I just gotta see how I can improve that.
6 arms.
Sorry, your watch goes by uneventfully whilst you're drawing out the preparations for what could possibly be some type of prosthetic arm. You haven't seen a whole lot of those. Even your friend in Barbadoo, who was missing an arm, did not have one.
Missing an arm.
Yeah.
That's why I was drawing those schematics.
But you all
Now I know 2 people without an arm.
pack up your camp for the following day. And Theodore goes, are we all ready to travel? I think it would be wise to get as far away from this place as possible in case Bullywugs do manage to find us.
Yes, still a
But
bit tired.
maybe Bree and George just shouldn't be on the wheel today? Like, riding, no?
I wanna ride war horse.
I mean,
I
was more
will
like...
ride Warhorse, no
Oh,
matter
You
what.
can ride Chilean. I will be.
Utsel
on
has
the
1 arm.
I can try.
back. Oh right.
I can
no,
try.
I will ride Chilean.
Utsel should rest.
Yeah,
I can
will-
still do
This is a
stuff.
traumatic event. You're
I will
probably
ride
in
Chilean,
shock
it will be
still.
fine.
I believe Utsul can do this.
I can try.
No, you have 1
Would that
arm.
make you feel
Let
better?
me ride Chilean.
He can still do things.
That's why I'm saying, would it make you feel better?
Shall I ride Jillian?
No.
Perhaps that is the question.
Sorry. not allowed?
I mean,
to
I've never been much
You
of guiding
can-
horses,
you can
so
ride
I wouldn't
horses.
mind
Okay.
if anyone else dies.
So
Don't
then
kill
we
us.
should probably avoid.
You know, I had a mount
Just
myself, right?
Get on
died.
the chariot.
Not because of me.
Not
The
because of her.
wind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Through your hair.
So you guys switch places?
I'll go sit in his chariot.
Where does Theodore go in that case?
Well, Theodore, you have to. It's
You have to walk.
No, Theodore can sit on Francis and I will join Bree. And she is riding Francis.
Yes!
But I'm asking Theodore quietly if he can.
Sure. I'll.
If
You
anything
can, like,
happens to
like
us,
you're
Theodore,
like sitting in the front and he's sitting behind, like kind of holding the reins, even though you're holding them in like in front of it.
Give her the illusion
Yeah,
she's
the
doing
illusion that
anything.
that she's riding it.
Because you're 4.
I still had my own mount.
Yeah.
What happened to that one?
Yeah, because I voluntarily rode it into the mouth of a troll.
Actually,
Yeah.
it got clawed to death.
See?
That wasn't Zera's fault.
Don't blame me.
She can ride off.
As you guys begin to ride,
It is a stallion.
Bree,
Little different.
while you're riding Angie and back, you guys are like, keeping an eye out anything.
Yeah, I'm riding
Anything
Angie,
you're-
yeah.
No, you're riding with Angie in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to keep an eye out on anything, and
Not in
you
the daylight.
you hear that same voice kind of peek back up in your mind.
Are you riding? Aren't I riding?
I'm riding.
It's her horse.
Yeah, but she's.
You're in the back.
You hear that voice kind of go, "If we do find something today, darling, just try to get a little close and get some of the action. Be much appreciated."
Just stab them.
What did you say?
I would like, or you rolled the troll. No, you rolled the bullywugs. You rolled the troll. Who rolled last time?
No.
I think I did.
Go ahead and roll a d10.
We rolled for it the last time. So.
300.
It's
Also
Basically
It's
the
the
same.
same thing, really. 8.
but not really though.
Yeah, no.
Same thing but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, same but different.
8.
You guys travel that full day.
And nothing.
Nothing seems to happen.
Yes! Yes. So, long rest?
Yeah, you guys can take another long rest. At the end of the day, though, whilst you're all bedding down for the night, Bree, you hear that same voice go, "Such a boring day today."
Maybe.
That's all right.
Who wants to
Next
hunt for some food?
Since when do we hunt for food?
We
This
did
is
give
very-
away so many rations.
We gave a lot of rations, so maybe.
You can put up traps. It's actually pretty easy.
I mean, yeah.
I can't.
Here's a boat. Oh wait.
Can you like teach me and like?
I
Yeah.
can tell you how to do
Is
it.
it like the
Can
ground?
help you.
Is it like sand-like, or is it mostly grass? And
It's
some
like
places
it's like
sand?
mossy and kind of like soft most of the time.
Okay.
But underneath the moss and grass, it's sand.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not rock or anything.
Because I want to take out the rapier and just do a little thing just to work on my skills.
Mm.
But here's something.
You hear coming from that. So much potential. I want to waste it. I'm sure, darling, that eventually I'll find a pub. And I feel like I waited.
So polite.
He's
Such a
it's
polite
too
ass.
polite.
It's a
Such a
sorry,
polite ass.
I might not be
Yeah.
voicing it correctly. It's a female voice you hear.
Okay.
So
and
polite.
I repeat long enough.
They're
How? What did you say?
We need some sleep.
Brie, are you okay?
What?
You said long.
Yeah, this lasted long enough. And I pull back the rapier.
Maybe you should. You seem a little off. maybe you should sleep.
She's tired.
She's incredibly like fat ass, like
Yeah,
lying in the face.
maybe I will get some food
Yeah.
with Utsil stuff if you.
I mean, I was showing you how to make this trap.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Sorry.
Yes.
You guys can spend your long rest and eventually complete it relatively uneventfully.
Teach like simple traps.
Yeah,
Like,
you
just
guys
set
can
them
take the
up.
first watch together. He starts training you in technically the survival skill. If you're willing to take up hours into that, you can. It would technically be just 2 hours in.
I'm
getting the
proficient
survival
in it, so
I have a -1 in it.
I'm proficient in it. I can teach you.
I mean, it's not even a full day that you're really learning, so it doesn't really do much. But that's the essentials.
It's for
I catch
basic traps.
We're going to have to find out the next morning. So I'm assuming you're all taking watches. You guys are doing the first one together. She's sleeping. You'll take a watch. Are you taking a watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a watch. Just breathe, sleeping most of the time.
Most of the time.
Well, yeah, sleeping through it
All the time.
completely. When you guys' watch ends, and which one of you takes the second watch?
I'll take the second.
Take the third. You continue your sketches during your third. Although George, you are accompanied.
You get your theater moment!
Nice.
You're accompanied in your watch as you're kind of like lolling away. You see Theodore kind of like comes out of the tent and he goes, "Is that one taken?" And points out over like one of the other like stumps.
Smooth.
I know.
I have my experience. If you don't mind.
No, I don't mind, I suppose.
And he kind of like sits down.
You are pretty good at keep awake, actually. I'm
Thank you.
tired.
That's good. In some circumstances.
Right now it is. Talk away.
Why are you so tired?
I haven't slept much.
You slept yesterday.
Yeah. Not enough.
All the running, and I guess
Yes, I mean, didn't you notice how fast we were?
how? That still confuses
She's
me.
like, he takes the amulet like the clockwork. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's this one. I have a lot of amulets. Unicorn hair.
Didn't you get that from the strange like turtle creature?
Yes. Is that how you refer to it?
It had turtle shells. So it's a turtle creature. I think I was wondering. Your mind sometimes captures the best. How did it happen with the arm, and the troll, and the tiredness?
Are you asking me how my friend got his arm ripped off?
Yeah, I'm really interested, but I don't want to ask. Because he told me not to be a pretentious fuck, which I feel like asking something like that could actually instigate a feeling of me actually being that. Although, maybe going behind his back is worse?
I did say nice things about it.
Look, Theodore, I think personally, this guy, you could have. Oh, asking how an arm got ripped off. I mean, where do you think did it go?
I don't.
I'll give you a hint.
I'm assuming
it was
the
pretty
troll.
similar to, I don't know, the big frog creature you saw getting ripped in pieces, except my friend.
How did you manage to take it down? It's large. A bit more aggressive than the big fish dinosaur we
And
encountered.
she was very helpful in that. Fireworks.
Fireworks?
charm.
She has fireworks?
She works a lot with fire.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. That worked against it. You said like, and he kind of like grabs his stone and a pencil. How exactly?
Torches the skin, can't heal it properly.
It's like, you know, like healing. Because
It
they were stabbing it.
regenerates. I mean, as you may notice against the frog.
Too bad I did not have enough time to study it, but I have some. I've seen it in action, which helps. It's good.
You made it out, and you're... I mean, not to be presumptuous, but I feel like you're the de facto healer within this group. And I've met holy persons before, and they always carry that type of essence with them.
Right. Well, I can't.
Is that the
heal
reason
him.
why the
Holy
arm is no
persons.
longer like still alive?
Part of the reason
What's the rest of the reason?
there's a tough nut to crack.
That I think he is.
Though I don't think. I don't know. Losing an arm. That would destroy me. So I feel like it does the same for him now. It's not talking about it.
Yeah, maybe that's a little tad too personal. He's not taking it as well as he might be facing outward to the group.
Oh no, I know that. I just know I don't know how to deal with him. Sometimes he doesn't want to talk, so a good conversation doesn't work. So I want to help him, but I can't. Maybe I can, but not now.
I mean, you'll help the group a lot, I've seen. When we were fighting the eyeball thing, you were helpful and bringing a lot of them, back up. And even when we were facing the what was it? The long-faced and the fires, you were helpful in that. And I'm pretty sure that everybody sees it that way. They trust you. Even though they look at you like a leader, though they don't feel like you're necessarily taking up that role on purpose.
I'm no leader. I just follow more than. He allows me to help this group. Yeah, help me in return.
So it's like a communal thing.
It's like a friend thing. Friends.
Speaking of friends, I have managed to really fuck up in a certain regard, I feel. Bree doesn't like me very much. Considering that, well, a lot of them look at you when they
Theodore.
trust you. What did I do?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't hate you.
Right?
I don't like you.
Is that what the money makes you not pretentious
Money
fuck?
is a big part. Things that are happening. It's
Things.
so lost this fucking arm.
Oh, okay, that. I thought we were speaking of something aside. Yeah.
I feel like what you're missing is a bit of compassion. You come up to me, you ask me about how the arm of my friend got ripped off. Perhaps that is what you do wrong. It's maybe you should have come up to me and asked, "Hey, how is everyone doing?" Maybe you should have asked that. Also, you.
I thought it was maybe inconsiderate. Like, it was a point of thought that he didn't necessarily wish to go into the detail of,
Perhaps he doesn't,
which I might have been wrong about.
and he probably wouldn't. But it doesn't hurt. Otso is not. I don't know. I feel like he's been dealing with things.
He has certain issues. I don't know if that is necessarily information for me to divulge.
I should talk to him. I don't know. I feel like a distance.
I don't know. If
You've
you
been
want,
talking with him, haven't you?
well, we sleep in the same tent.
Well,
It's hard to avoid one another, especially now I have to help him set up the tent. There's
Has he told you anything?
again. Is this for me to answer? I'm
Look,
trying to
don't
pick
say
up on.
anything personal. Just
Right.
answer the question with a yes or no, if that's what it needs to.
If what?
Is there anything bothering you?
Yes. I think so.
Does it have to do with us?
Possibly.
Right.
Maybe more to do with his self-reflection concerning. You're all a very tight group, so I think regardless of what his feelings are, the group is somehow involved. Maybe because I'm an outsider, that's easier to come to me. Although I'm not the best at giving.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like Otso speaks to you a lot easier than us because maybe he doesn't feel pressure or needs to feel that. He doesn't want us to worry. Maybe that's why he doesn't talk to him. Every time I talk with him, it feels like it's difficult to get to him. He doesn't want to listen to me or
I might not be insightful enough to notice whether or not I'm being shut out whenever that happens in the conversation. That's not necessarily what I perceived, but that could be totally me. I thought he was just trying to be kind to somebody who paid him. Well, during a hard moment here and there might not necessarily be too bad.
No, Ursula probably shares an interest with you. I was curious as well.
Wait, so you're not all you're doing this for gold, right? Like all of you are doing this for gold.
Right, but I think Ursula's in it for the adventure.
I was wondering about that. Not for me to ask you. Same with the other thing. I think that's
Well, if you're gonna ask stupid questions, I prefer you do it to me and not my compatriots.
I know that it's a horse. But who's Jillian?
There we go.
I heard it mentioned when you were emptying out that chest. Very interesting, and she wanted to have money for some person, but I doubt it was for the horse.
Yeah, Jillian is not. Jillian is a horse, and a problem for later. Don't get too involved in that. Don't have to worry about that. For me to say.
I think you said stupid. Good night. If you don't mind.
Do not mind.
This was try to refrain from stupid questions. And again, like goes back into the tent with where Utsil sleeps. The watch eventually goes by uneventfully. And so does Zeros. The following day, you all wake up, pack up your stuff, relatively well rested. Most of you are fine. So,
A good night's sleep.
Yeah, actually I have.
Aubrey, go ahead and roll a d10.
That's a 9.
Pollywogs, no.
Again.
Roll a d4, please.
Hold on.
RB.
That's a 2.
2. Okay.
You find your hoop again.
Too good.
To be true.
You.
Nothing.
No. Right. You guys are traveling in what order exactly? Theodore and Zira are riding a horse, but I'm assuming that's is in the middle. Because Theodore's always
I
been in the
think
middle.
we are at the front.
Theaters on the front.
I'm with
Me?
George in the car.
Well, then we are at the front. And
You
you
go
and
up
I.
front? And then you
Yeah.
guys are in the back.
Not Wars up front?
Wars could also be up front.
I mean, like we're the tank.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, you guys are up
We
front, you
both
guys are in the
have
back, Theodore and
pretty
Zira in
good
the middle.
perception.
In that
Yeah.
case, George and Utsil make perception checks, please. What did you guys get?
16.
16?
24.
24. Okay.
Not 23. Sorry. No,
That's more than high enough.
I don't think it
matters.
That's yeah. Well, as you guys are traveling, trying to look out for anything even remotely interesting, both of you spot some 60 feet ahead of you the snout of some large reptilian creature, larger than you have seen anything else be here. A massive maw, easily 5 feet from the corner of the mouth to the tip of the snout, lies there unmoving in the reeds beside a larger pond.
Oh, like a...
Stop here, Theodore. Shh. Yes.
Comes kind of like behind
One
you.
of the things you wanted to find. You wanted to find something like a big. Name was that creature again, but is that what it is?
I do not know. I have not. And the reason that I haven't been here before.
Quiet.
He takes that. Look at it.
Possibly. I would have to take a better look at it.
By that you mean we need to take a better.
Well, yes, that's what I'm paying you for.
Yes. Okay.
Of course.
How much of the list have we gotten though?
Quite a bit. I'd have to check.
I'll go first.
Thank you.
You go closer
I don't...
on your own.
You can lose your other arm.
Mm,
or one
You
leg,
very
or-
much can.
I
Actually.
can, but I don't want to.
Before.
I will walk with...
Roundhouse kicking.
You could be the kicker of the barbarian
Just put the
kicker.
gloves on your feet.
I'll just be Rayman without the arms.
Alright,
At
so
the start
George,
of
you're going
Rayman
first.
3. I'm behind him. Like, I'm close.
How far?
Like... I'll be like 10 feet behind him.
Okay.
So close enough to jump in and
If needed.
react.
Sure.
Oh, Leo.
What do you want to cast?
Shield of Fate.
Okay, you cast Shield of Faith, 10 as a bonus action, 10 minutes concentration, your AC increases by 2.
Still feels...
You begin to approach. Are you trying to do this stealthily, or just walk up to it?
You want to do it stealthily? Because I can help you with that.
No, I guess I want to be really stupid about it. I want to do like a more animal handling type of way.
Sure. Go ahead and to do exactly what? Like to try to allow you to approach it, or to
not anger
get
it
it
whilst
out.
getting close to it.
Make an animal handling check.
You want me to help?
I'll
try to
guidance
help.
myself for this shit.
For this, you can't.
I don't want to help.
really-
I
I
don't
don't
want
know
to
what
help.
he's supposed to plan.
I don't want to help.
20.
Dirty.
You begin to approach, trying to like slowly make your way around. It seems to not at all respond to your presence. Like make your way around, get a little closer, like 40 feet ish. Doesn't seem to respond yet. We got 20, doesn't. Upon closer inspection, you see this creature. You kind of like meet where its eyes are. You see that its eyes are rolled back with a faint white discoloration to them. This beast is dead.
Oh.
You now see, through the reeds, at
A
the
bigger
back
one.
half of this creature that doesn't disappear into the pond like you expected it to. Instead, 2 feet behind its front legs, the body kind of cuts off as it has been devoured past that point. This creature somehow has been ripped in half and left here on this shore to die. It is a giant crocodile, but only the front half of it.
You help me pull it a little out of the water.
It's actually not in the water; like it's completely on the shore.
I'll
You
pull
expect
it
it
out
to
of
help.
cover, I guess,
Yeah,
so
you
that
anyway.
Theodore can see.
Pull it
better.
out of the reeds into like the more open space. Oh god!
It's
Yeah.
dead.
Is a half one good enough?
Well, to give me all the time that I need. Can we set up camp for a moment here?
I suppose.
Of
What?
course.
Could have
Everything for the
Go ahead and make a.
Can I check out the bite marks?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just ignored. Irritate.
Right. 3. Whilst you have that annoyed reaction, You also hear a voice in your head go, I was really hoping that I was alive. That looks next time, perhaps. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get our moment.
Who that is?
You think of creatures that could possibly do this. With a bit of strength, a troll like the one you encountered could have ripped it apart and taken the lower half. The froghemoth could have also bitten off the second half. It could have been cannibalized by crocodiles of similar size, but you're not sure. Theodore kind of comes in and like begins inspecting it, like marking down sizes. Kind of like pulls out one of the teeth. But he takes a couple hours to inspect this corpse properly.
I think killed it.
Something large,
Oh yeah.
I think.
Can I also inspect the corpse?
Sure, go for it. What do you want to inspect about it? Anything particular, or just want to help Theodore?
I just want to help Theodore.
Okay.
Also, maybe get one of those teeth.
He like lifts the mouth and he asks you to like, can you step in there? Like Utsul and Theodore are gonna hold it open. Can you pull that thing in the back? You pop off. You pull out this thing which is in the back of his throat. What seems to be like the leg of a creature that it hasn't been able to completely devour. It's furred, it's hooved, possibly a deer of some kind. That's you find. Theodore notes it down. But anything? Does anybody else want to do anything here? Because Theodore is simply just.
Apparently cry.
In that case,
Well, if it's a short rest, because
basically,
well, I didn't lose any hit points. But still, I would be working on the songs.
Okay.
And I'm working on the songs because I know I already finished yours, and I was really far with her, so I'm both working on your song. And I'm also just talking to you, what do you want, and yeah, that kind of stuff.
input.
Yep. And I'm officially ignoring Theodore while doing this.
Theodore's working on the crocodile.
Yeah, that's
He's
okay,
busy.
but I'm not paying any attention at all.
Sure.
I'm sure he won't notice.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't at
Yeah.
all notice.
Just for the sake of greed.
Sure.
She knows.
At one point, you guys pack up and continue your travels, but find nothing else in this day. Following day.
What's her money?
D10.
It's an 8.
Nothing happens.
Uh, 8?
Yep.
Yeah, another day goes by uneventfully after that.
Happy that
You guys are
nothing
having,
happens.
yeah, you guys are having a couple of days, relatively like some off time, not having to worry too much about the fact that, you know, you guys went through a little bit of trouble. Whistle's arm is healing slowly, but it's it's not getting infected.
I think I bandaged it up with like the
It's
wraps.
it's not growing back.
No, it's not grown back. Definitely not done that.
Like a baby arm.
Still feels like
It's like a baby hand.
It's called phantom limbs.
How does it make
But nothing happens that following day. Zero.
Ah,
a 9?
also a 9.
And 9. Go ahead and roll
That's a
again,
pretty
actually,
die.
for that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ooh!
That's
Like that.
2
So roll again.
for the D10.
Yeah, re-roll the d10.
Well, 7.
7.
Pretty.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Think of the blast.
The following day of travel.
Keep fanning yourself like a dainty old lady.
The following
I can
day,
leave the room if you want.
you once again don't encounter
You are too
anything
hot
of
for this.
particular interest.
Mhm.
Eventually, you reach what seems to be a large, kind of like lake area. This is where you begin to set up camp. If you're still like working together, you set up some fishing traps near the water, trying to kind of spice up the variety there. You guys begin to have your camp as usual. Anybody want to do anything specific, by the way, these days?
I kind of want to approach Theodore.
Theodore's like helping Utzel set up the tent. Like Utzel's giving instructions while holding up most of it, while he's like
You're
doing
getting
straight.
better at it.
Yes, possibly will be done in the next 2 hours.
I'll help.
You'll be like, oh, thanks. Can you give me that?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, thanks. And he like gets the hattie.
Don't hit
What?
your fingers.
No.
Oh, he's
did
not
that.
enough. He knows
Yes.
not
You
to
can like
Oh, that's why
his thumb is like a little swollen and mostly blue.
Come here.
I
Cure wounds.
you can like, ugh. Thanks.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Alright. And he like continues setting it
I
up.
told him I could hammer it, but he didn't want.
You can like
I can still hear it.
yeah. He continues setting up the tent. You're there. He's like, can I?
Oh
You
yeah.
just wanna, I mean, we'd appreciate the help, but you have a tent to
actually
set up.
wanted
I
to
think.
ask you something. I mean, you learn the language, right? From the.
I tried to. It did not be my persuasive talents weren't as impactful as I'd hoped in that endeavor. We did kill their god, so all things considered, I think it went well.
But do you speak their language? That's.
I do, to a certain extent.
Oh, okay.
To whatever extent somebody with a different set of vocal cords could.
Do you speak more languages? Because I'm quite interested
Speak a few.
in actually learning.
I don't know if I speak any that might be of interest to you, though. I speak, well, common, of course. I speak the Bullywug as well as I can. I've picked up some Elvish. Lots of important magical texts are in Elvish, old ones. It's a little rarer on my continent, but where Elkian came from, it's rather interesting. There's a lot of elves there. It was really the first time I was able to utilize the language. But I think I've heard some of you pick through some of that language before. Aside from that, I speak Draconic. I did that in preparation of this endeavor, although I become increasingly doubtful about whether or not necessarily if we could find a dragon, but whether or not we should. I think if I have it in my book, it will definitely increase the marketing for it and the ability to sell well. But at the same time, it's a dragon, which I know is dangerous. But aside from that, I wish to learn more about them. But I don't know if I'm bringing your group in too much danger already.
I mean, Zira offered you to meet.
She did. But the book specifically goes about swamp-like creatures, and I'm familiar with... Green dragons live in forest areas, which might be of interest to me in the future, although...
Not now.
I wish to complete this book first.
I mean, are you interested in maybe learning Dwarvish?
I've never thought about it. Could possibly be useful if I find the time.
I could teach you.
Appreciate that.
I could also go.
Could you teach me then, like, Elvish or something?
You don't speak it?
No.
If we find some time, we could spend some time doing that. I don't have a whole lot of Elvish tomes with me. I can see what I can find. And, well, you also have 2 dwarves who come... Yeah, that's a good offer. Can you hand me the rope? I need to... I continue
You can always come back and get the dragon. Like an addendum.
Possibly. I don't know if I want to overstay my welcome here.
If this book sells well, you can come back, get more information, and people will know it.
We'll see if we even encounter one. I'm not assuming there's, as far as I'm aware, no dragons in my continent, and since the Awakening, though they have been back, they are still incredibly rare. So I'm not even sure if we'll find it however long we stay. I think if my list is completed, but the dragon still misses, and you all do not mind missing out on that additional payment.
How much do you need?
I need some. I'm especially still interested in finding Hydra. Well, it might be equally dangerous. I'm not sure anymore.
Do I know which one is more dangerous, the Hydra or the?
So, oh, you know, fucking dragon's more dangerous than the Hydra. He goes, there's a few things on my list, maybe of less dangerous capacity. One of which is the crocodile we encountered today, but alive. I would wish to find one alive and be able to study it. So I have to revise my.
Well,
If we find some time, I can see what I can do for you.
yeah. Well, of course.
You guys begin to have your long rests. What are your watches?
Okay, wanna do a watch together?
It's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask.
You guys do one together?
Yeah.
Who's taking first?
Me?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, you guys taking first. What? Anything particular we'd like to do during your watch?
Well, I want to ask you, Bree, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because you seem so in your thoughts lately.
Yeah, just worrying a bit about
Julian?
Julian and if it would be able to revive her. If George is able to do that. If I'm able to get enough money for it. It's just I don't want to lose anyone. And yeah. I went to a pretty bad place.
What do you mean?
When I how do I say this to a toddler? When I was gone for a while, in my head I was in a really dark place. And I think that changed me. Anyway, we were doing your song and I grabbed my lute. And I play a little tune that you know what's most like the melody is like. And I'm just thinking with you what we want to put in the lines for the song. So what should I sing about?
Ooh, you should sing about dragons.
About dragons, okay. You're a green kobold. Should I sing about a green dragon? Or...
He's a big meanie. And I'm better than him.
Of course you're better than him, yeah. And one type of line I want to, I really want to implement in your song, time to investigate. Is that okay?
Yes!
Okay, so green dragon, time to investigate. Anything else?
You should mention that I love you.
No.
But keep this secret. And that George is my dad.
I can't keep this secret in a song. Because people are gonna hear it.
Keep it secret until you're... Keep it secret until you're ready.
Well, okay, but I will sing he's like a father to you because he wouldn't like it after what we had seen in Coppermunde.
I know, but maybe this will convince him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, George is like a dad.
Oh, and you should mention Jelly.
And Jelly.
Just holds up the gecko that's like hanging there.
Jelly the gecko. Okay, I think I have enough. But now it's time to make it... No. Okay, with the others I made one cohesive thing. I think with you it's gonna be all random at the time.
Yes.
Just like that Sky talked to Cherry. Well, you have the song We Don't Talk About Bruno. That's all several things, and then in the end it mixes up. I think it's something like that will be for you.
Yes.
Not exactly the same because I'm not that musical, but that's the kind of idea I have.
I mean, you don't have to apologize for not being a little Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I would like that because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So that's what we're also doing during.
Who was second watch? Just you?
Yeah.
I'm alone.
Theodore will take this watch. Theodore will take a watch with you.
Again.
Like
Nice.
Bringing out.
he has like a small. It's not a book, but it's like a very thin novel. He's like, this is written in Elvish, and if you want some, we can start with this. What?
I would love to.
Simple basics, I think. So, and he like together with you begins to start teaching you elements of Elvish, recognizing letters, recognizing words here and there, the most simple ones. I do like for you and him, I guess, to make a perception check. Both with a 9 wisdom. What'd you get?
Natural 1.
He rolled a 9 for
An 8.
an 8.
For a 0.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but it wasn't in my turn. What?
Angie,
Yes.
while you and Theodore are working on this Elvish, you're kind of like, you know, zoning everything else out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Just now.
Oh, 7.
What is 7?
You rolled a 9 and you rolled a 4.
I rolled it here, but DM, help me out because
What?
I'm
We
trying.
found a dead giant crocodile.
Yeah, that was on my roll,
Yeah.
right? And what was on yours?
Nothing.
Mine
No,
was
no,
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, because you had to
You rolled
reroll.
9, nothing as well.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Angie,
Yeah, I'm also confused.
you hear the faint sound of croaking, the faint croaking of small frogs and toads in the nearby water. The howling of the waves still rages in the swamp, but at this point you've learned to mostly drown it out. The area around you is relatively still. You get a strange feeling. You hear the faint sounds of a whistle, almost. Theodore was kind of like sitting
Can I
across,
can I
like, well, you're not noticing this yet. You're sitting like next to Theodore, and he's like looking past you. He notices before you do, and he kind of like shoves you aside as you hear arrows like fly past you. Good. See, that's the shield. That is 6. Yeah, give me a moment. Oh, fuck, I guess. Yeah, no, it doesn't get to do it again. Gotta have a.
Sorry, I'll move.
Right. 1, 2,
I mean,
blown
als
away.
tweede
3 is a
hadden iets
natural
hier.
20.
Mm-hmm. Blow us all away.
3.
Fanning himself like a dainty old lady. Next time I'll bring an actual fan for you.
Miss. Okay, so. Then his shield.
And it's winter, so.
Yes.
Yeah, next time I'll bring mine.
Alright, so, Angie, as you're sitting there and you hear this faint sound, Theodore, who's like looking past you, pushes you aside, and as a bunch of arrows just begin to impact him, he shields against one of them, which manages to pop off. We'll see.
Just impaled by 20 arrows.
Can I?
No, 6. It's 6. Don't worry. Let's see. That much.
Not out the sun with our arrows.
I did cast shield, right?
No,
You didn't need to because you weren't targeted.
So I didn't cast it?
You didn't have to cast it. He cast
Oh,
shield.
he cast.
He can also cast shield.
Oh, yeah.
He managed to only block out one of the arrows though.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any back.
You have a shit AC.
Yeah.
Shield. Just a small little.
Damn, I missed that hole.
It's like cheese.
He didn't try.
I'll be shouting in a second. Oh, that's a lot of.
No. Yes.
That's not how the word
Okay.
no works, honey.
Yes.
No.
No, but yes.
Yes.
But no.
I say yes.
That's not consent.
While everyone is waiting, take a look at my inventory.
Oh shit.
Because I wrote
Yeah, sorry, give me a second.
I wrote everything. Just now. Well, everything I had.
He's so pretty.
And this is not everything. This is everything.
Honey,
It's a lot,
you're
right?
so organized.
Yeah, and still
Why do you
I
have so much?
and
What
I,
do you have? So
I have just
I
have
just
lots of
love-
potions,
I just
and I have
lose all
still
my
have
stuff.
and I still have
I
the bombs
guess.
and the smoke grenades, and we can use those. So
Nice.
Double
You're a hoarder.
yeah,
An
4,
organized hoarder.
this is mine.
24. Yeah. So, Angie.
Yeah.
Like, as he pushes you aside, bunch of arrows hit him.
Cure wounds?
He falls back, and you like look back at where the arrows came from, and from the water rising at various depths at this point, like humanoid shapes, which are obscured in the darkness right now. They just kind of start walking towards your camp, aggressively fast.
Oh my god! And I cure wounds.
Theodore.
Theodore as an action.
That would take your action. So I would like for all of you to roll for initiative. We'll do this theater, right?
How much damage did he take?
70 something.
Nice.
Natural 20.
No, dirty 20.
I stopped really counting that last amount.
Not so loud, honey.
Hi. 25 to 20?
No.
Dirty 20.
I thought I rolled low, but you rolled even lower.
Yes, I did.
You can't roll lower.
How low? Okay, you go.
Angie with 20. Let's see. Then 20 to 15.
19.
19 for Zira.
That's pretty
Okay.
high for you.
Moment.
What did you think?
So small.
You are small.
That's pretty decent.
You're even big on the picture.
It's 12, right?
Oh, right. 15 to 10.
12.
12 for Utzel. 10 to 5.
6.
6 for Bree, and then George with a natural one. Okay. Before you cast cure, or you cast cure wounds, we'll say that. You alarm the rest of your party. After that,
Did I roll a natural 20? Damn.
Fuck.
That's funny, because then I rolled a natural 20, a 19, and an 18.
there's like 6 of these figures begin to just walk out of the water.
Do I have to roll for the cure wounds?
That'll be no, you did that already. So, but you do have to roll for that because Theodore currently has 0 hit points.
That's 4 plus 4. 5. So that's 9.
Hey, 9 points to them.
And I just
Or
say
9
to
points to him.
I just say
He's
to
like,
him, hide.
and just like there's just arrows in him. He's like laying there.
What is his initiative?
Hide yourself.
Oh, he's actually pretty quick. That was probably him dashing away out of the side of.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Okay.
I'm between the dwarves, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
He's pretty quick, but we'll see
I'm
how
also
he responds to
between
that.
the dwarves,
So
it's-
after that,
It's pretty accurate.
Except for
Angie.
Zira and Angie.
you're the only one out there, but you've now noticed these individuals.
And me and George.
They're like two of them are like onto the land now. One of them kind of like walks up to you. They're carrying like these short swords, and they're one of them's putting away this hand crossbow. With his other hand, he grabs the side of his face. There seems to be this.
He rips it off.
They seem to be they seem to be undead. They seem to be corpses. But unlike the other zombies and skeletons and such you've seen, these ones seem to have laid under the water for a very long time. There's like this very strange mound of bluish like blisters and such that kind of like makes a part of the shoulder that merges into the head.
That's disgusting.
And as one of them two of them come walking up to you. One of them kind of like as he gets close, it just rips off most of its face.
I knew it.
And then need to roll a wisdom save.
Because that's so good. That's an 11.
With a car. Okay. 11 is a failure.
Fuck.
You are. Remember, you're frightened.
Okay.
Okay. Until the end of your next turn.
I have one question for you. How long do the health potion of endurance?
Until you take a long rest.
Yeah, so it's
That's
maybe-
gone.
Okay,
Let's see. There we go.
that's all I need to.
That's one of their actions. The other 5
I'm back at 64 again.
are going to be shooting their hand crossbows at you.
So incredibly rude. You can't just do that.
4, 5. There you go. Nice.
That's unbelievable.
Let's see. That is going to be. This one might miss. That is a 6 plus 7, which misses, I think.
No.
That hits?
My AC is 11. Yeah, I guess I do react to this with shield, so
Alright, you
it's
shield.
16.
You should. This is one of like walk
Then
close
it
to you,
still
which tries to hit
hits.
you with a
Still
short
hits.
sword, and you just boom, bounces off of the armor. That one misses. The other ones. What's their bonus? Yeah. 21. 2
Hits.
21s
It's
and 2 higher than 24. Okay. So 4 of them hit, which are all hand crossbow shots. First one, you suffer 7 points of damage of piercing, but you feel that this is carrying some sort of invasive substance, so it's also poison damage. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
that's a 19.
That succeeds. Right. Second is that's fucking ass. 6 points of piercing damage and poison. You just make another Constitution save.
That's a dirty 20.
Right, that succeeds. The third shot deals significantly more damage. 15 points of damage. Another Constitution saving throw. That was 3, number 3.
Oh, that's an 11.
Okay. The final one
Yeah.
deals 10 points of damage. You don't need to roll a Constitution save anymore.
Okay.
As all these bolts all begin to hitting you, one like the one close with the short sword you managed to block with a shield. At this point, most of you begin to rush out. You see Theodore on the ground breathing, but like 5 arrows sticking out of him. Angie with about 4 in her, like with her shield up as one large or humanoid undead figure is like attacking her with a short sword. Angie, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Can you set up? Because
You got 2 of them that are like next to you. Then 2 of them are 10 feet away, halfway into the water.
Yeah, you see.
You could hit all but 1. Because 1 is to your side. The rest is there. You could hit all of them except for...
If I hit myself with it,
Then you could also hit it.
then I can hit all?
Yeah.
And none of the party.
No, because the parties camp behind you. These are coming from the water. None of the parties camping in the water. Hey, you cast fireball on yourself. Make a dex save, I guess.
Oh, metal! I cast fireball!
And you're so unstable.
Heavy metal, yeah. That's a 7. So I don't make it.
Right. These
nice.
6...
Luckily, you have fire resistance.
Off of these 6 individuals, what's your DC? Oh god.
17.
No, she doesn't. 17? Well, 2 rolled a natural 18 and a natural 19, so they succeed.
Fuck, they still get half.
Then it is a... Sure. Do they? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Then it is a... let's see. 12, which fails. 14, which fails. 16, which I think fails.
Yeah.
And a 19.
I do cast it at level 4 though.
So, 4 of them fail. 2 of... Or, no. 3 of them fail. 3 of them succeed. You fail.
Wait, I need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you.
I just have 9 exactly.
Oh. Oh. That's 10. That's 10.
That's
10. So 38 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait.
38?
Oh,
38.
how much hit points do you have?
Wait, no. Because I still have one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good job.
so you deal 38 points of damage to them.
Yeah.
30.
It's really mental, but not very smart.
Well, for the record, she hasn't just dealt 38 points of damage. You have dealt over 150 if you combine it.
Yeah.
And yourself.
And yourself. 38.
Your mind is just, I don't know.
I don't know. But I have 1 hit point left.
You have 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not so smart,
she
honey.
cooked herself.
Alright. After that, Zira, it's your turn. You come out, you see the 3 closest to the land are very heavily hurt. The 3 more into the water seem to have... They were partially covered in water. They're relatively okay. What do you want to do?
And the closest on land are within 60 feet.
All of them are within 60 feet. But 2 of them are like standing next to Angie. Both of them looking relatively bad.
Oh, I'm gonna hit one that's next to Angie.
Go for it.
Okay, well that's
That's a 20.
That's a natural 20 by the way.
That hits.
I kind of forgot.
So you're aiming at... One next to Angie doesn't have a face, the other one does. Which one do you target?
The one with a face.
Go for it.
No, wait, the one without a face.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have a face. And also it's
That's racist.
cold damage.
It's not a race to not have a face. It's discriminatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody could rip off.
Okay, so
Cold
that's... Yeah, and that's
I don't have armor.
Okay.
11 points of cold damage.
11 points of cold.
I don't
Okay.
have
You see, my dice are just amazing because they always roll high.
Yeah.
11 points. That's doubled?
Oh,
Because you rolled a natural 20, right?
yeah. 2 more dice. Okay, so there was 11 plus 16.
So that's 27.
27 points of cold damage.
Alright, that one you hit, you kind of like freeze a spike through him. He kind of looks back at you, and it's looking real fucking bad.
Leave Angie alone! I yell at it.
Alright, Theodore begins to fucking crawl like away, like gets up, goes behind one of the tents and attempts to hide.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's not great, but it
Why,
tries.
why is it always the second watch?
After
Because it's
Theodore,
in the middle of the
Utzel,
night.
what do you want to do? You
Yeah.
come out,
That's 3.
one hand, I guess.
I'm almost
You
dead.
see these versions. You see Angie
You
almost
did
dead.
yourself.
Theodore's running past you with arrows in his body.
Take out
Zero
the
just
rest.
slams ice into the back of one of them.
Just remember, you can't do that with this arm, but you can do it with this arm. What you
You
just
can only do this.
I mean,
It's really annoying to facepalm and be like, shit.
I still feel like it's here,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm still like.
You'll-
I first tried it with
Yeah.
this.
I also had a character who had a player who had an arm like this, and he would always roleplay like this, so
Mhm.
he couldn't use it.
Mm.
But he always had the
What's-
right arm.
What are you doing?
How close am I to them?
They're no more. The closest one's no more than 10 feet away from you.
I'll
The
get
closest one would actually be the one that just got hit with the ice.
I'll go to the closest one and try to first bonus action rage.
Okay. You rage as you run towards this one next to Angie. Angie's like a little singed. Sweat coming off of her.
Real?
The hair singed.
Burn wounds, like it's bad.
I'll make a reckless attack against this one with the ice spike through it.
Wait, hold on. Did you shielded, right? Oh wait, on your turn you get your reaction back. Never mind. Otherwise you couldn't have used your reaction to
No,
release
no,
it.
no.
Reckless attack the one with the ice spike.
Go for it.
That's 19.
Hits.
Ten points of damage.
Points of damage. Okay. that one you just you shatter from the side. The ice kind of just snaps, and the body just collapses to the side. By the way, just a question: where are you keeping most of your stuff right now?
I mean, in the tent.
Okay.
I only have my staff with me.
Okay. After Utsil, anything else? Sorry, you
I
get
have
up to
no- I
that.
have
You
no
shatter
idea
that
where
one.
it
There's one in 5 feet in front of you still.
Yeah, I will go to that one and
Okay.
make another attack against it.
Okay.
The extra attack.
Yeah.
Because
Extra attack.
I'm
Go
on
for it.
fire.
That is 22
Hits.
So hot.
for 9 points of damage.
I really
Okay.
love her now.
And then I'll use a key point
Mm-hmm.
to hit this guy twice.
Well, Flurry Blows is a bonus action, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Use
Never
the-
mind. Never mind.
After
That's
Utsil,
my turn.
Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You come out, you see Angie just shot with arrows. Theodore like stumbling behind like Utsil's tent,
And
Yep.
on
trying to
fire.
hide.
I take out the life drainer rapier.
Oh, it is time.
It is time, I say. And I cast Barrel Sprite as a
You-
bonus action.
Okay.
And I get to the first one I see.
The first one is still like in melee with Angie. Just got punched.
I
by
want to
Utsil.
get on the other side so I can
can flank.
with it
Go for it.
and to attack it.
The other ones are still like coming out of the pond at this point.
So that's okay. Time to think. So that's plus 8. So it's a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. So 1d8 plus 1d8 of Daryl's Pride plus 1d6.
There you go.
So this one is the magical piercing damage.
Okay.
This one Daryl's Pride damage. Okay. 6 piercing damage,
Mm-hmm.
2 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and 3. What's Daryl's Pride again?
The same as your weapon attack.
Yeah.
Piercing.
So that's
So how much total? Plus your
6
modifier?
plus 3 plus 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 3 is 14.
14. Okay, that one's looking really bad. As you stab through it. And as you stab through, it's like, not as alive as I'd hoped, but it's better than nothing.
That's not alive yet. It's true.
Anything else?
That's where I have my turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys sleep in the same tent, right?
Mm-hmm.
After
Why do
Bree,
you ask
George,
that?
you come out of your tent. Like it's like Angie and Bree, Utsil and Theodore, and then George and Zira.
So
I don't have a lot of blonde.
with
And then
60
water on that
feet
I
line,
do. So.
Yeah.
keeping in mind that I can like twist it. How many could I hit?
You can bend if you can bend the line, you can hit all of them. But if you're doing a straight line,
Well, it's not a straight line because it's a wall of fire.
fire. Okay, considering you don't want to hit Angie, and they're flanking the other one, so it's Angie, then them flanking with the one in the middle. That one you couldn't hit without hitting a teammate. Because even if whatever side you do
Well,
it from, you would hit him.
I don't want to do the. I don't want to hit. I don't want to hit that one.
Yeah.
That one is in a.
The
the
other
other
ones,
ones?
if you set the wall of fire from the water's edge onto the water, like an oil fire, and then back, you do it between them, you could hit all
Like
of
a
them.
U.
But then no one would be able to hide behind them.
Well, that's what I want to do.
And none of you would be able to go closer to the water's edge without taking damage. Because you're
I wanna
basically creating a
sort
circle.
Yeah, sort of want to like
Yeah.
enclose the ones that stand there. So that's.
Hey, you can't enclose them because I don't think it's big enough for that. But if you make a U shape with
Yeah,
them
so
on
they
the
can.
outside, that would work.
They could still get out. Okay, yeah.
The wall's not big enough to go in a circle, but you can make basically a wall between them that sheds on both sides.
Wait.
All right. I'll do that. So walk out,
No, continue.
ping, ping, doing George thing, and then
You walk
Wall
out, you kind of like
fire.
reach back in, you bring back out the anvil, kind of like slams sideways into it, you hit it, the spark of fire just creates this U shape. That's dex
Dex
save.
save.
On their turn or no?
when the wall appears.
Okay.
So.
Let's see. That is going to be one of them that was looking bad. That was in the water. That failed. Actually, that's only one roll. I mean, those fail, I think. That's a fail. It's 10. It's the one that looks bad. It's a 10. Then 3 that ones that looked fine. That is an 11. And the other one's a natural 17 and a natural 20. So they succeed, I think.
That's success.
Okay.
They still take half damage.
Yes.
Let's see.
Stupid, right?
How bad do I get? Not that great.
That would have been useful.
Yep. I
find out I have brave. the feature.
Those who fail take 18 points of
Yeah.
fire damage.
18 points. Okay.
Stupid.
1 second. 18. Brings that down. Okay. The one closer to the water is actually now looking really bad. Next one is looking pretty rough as well. The other ones take half.
Yes.
The ones in the back are relatively okay. The fire is there. Top of the round, it's their turn. Do they take damage again? If they start their turn within.
Well, that's the thing, because it doesn't say that. I don't
On
know.
fire it does, right?
Well, it doesn't say on the card, so that's why I'm checking here. To each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that shadow. Yeah, so if they end their turn.
Not at the
And
beginning,
their
but
turn. Okay.
It doesn't say it on the card.
The one in front of you that's been attacked by both of you will attempt to continue his work on Angie. For a natural 20 to hit. With a short sword. That's the first attack. Second attack is a natural 19, so I'm assuming also 19. You only have 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that you go down with the
But
first hit.
what were the thing?
Natural 20 and a 19.
Yeah, no.
So the first natural 20, you begin to fall. Second one makes it against you as well. You drop.
So it is. Does that mean I already have a death save failed?
2 deaths. 2 deaths.
No, 1, right?
No, that's a... thinking. Because this flanked and it's looking really bad.
I mean, but just I mean I want you to roll it like you roll everything else.
And that
So,
after that,
I wanna keep it fair.
that's its turn. You're down. 2 death save fails.
Sorry.
After that, the other
Sorry.
2 in the water come walking up. They engage both of you in combat. First one against you, 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Let's see, that's one that's a natural 1. The other one's an 18.
I have to roll
18 is
now.
my AC.
No, you don't.
Oh, he rolls.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You suffer.
Oops.
4.
It's gonna be fine.
Just roll when you need to roll. Don't roll.
You suffer 13 points of piercing damage and
How
poison.
many? Sorry.
13 points of piercing and poison
Okay.
from the one attack.
Okay. Am I poisoned right now?
Make a Constitution save. You're not.
But I also have to make one barrel sprout, right? Advantage Warcaster. Those are both pretty bad. It's a 7.
7. Okay. After that's okay. That's a 7. So barrel spike fades. Make another one.
Make another one.
Yeah.
For poison.
Oh right.
Not poison, but some.
Oh right. That's a 9.
Those are the 2 that attack you. The other 2 attack you, Utsul.
Yeesh.
First attack is a 4, so that fails with an 11.
It's gonna be
The
fine.
second one is a 12, so
Sorry.
both miss. As it like slashes at you with its short sword, you manage to parry it twice with the one arm. After that, the other 2, as they kind of come out of the water, the last 2, who's also within near the fire, they walk or they begin to walk around and dash their way, eventually getting to Angie's tent.
Can I
Why my tent?
react to that?
No,
Or-
because they don't opportunity. They're still in the water and they start walking that way.
Okay.
While the fight's happening here. After that, Angie's turn. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I don't like this.
Okay,
You just died, or you had
so
one
visually,
success?
I'm at George's tent, just outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which way is Angie from me? Left, right, front, back?
She's in front of you.
In front of me.
Yeah.
And still getting flanked.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
They were flanking one of the guys that's attacking you.
Oh, they
Angie
were
wasn't flanking anyone.
Oh no. Okay, no, but I was like, was she getting flanked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
No,
The
okay.
creature that was attacking her was flanked by them.
Okay. Well, then the creature is still standing?
Yeah.
Not for long. You cursed me.
What do you got?
Wait.
12 misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Throw the little orb and it just flies past in the distance. No effect.
Oh, sorry guys, but this is curse. You can't roll a natural
After
20 followed
after
by a
Zira?
natural 1.
It's Theodore's turn. Theodore will attempt to catapult it. Doing something at it. The one that took her down. It's a deck save, which is rolled in pretty high. Actually, that is 12, which still fails. So, suffers. Theodore like flings his little rock from across the camp. It suffers, let's see, 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah, that's a hard rock.
Yeah. With that,
Catapult's pretty good.
he like he yeets it like through the creature. It just shatters it, and it also falls back to the ground.
Nice.
After Theodore, Utzel.
I'm close to Angie, right?
Yeah, Angie's down. There's a guy that in front of you that just got hit by Theodore, who you can see now behind your tent. Breeze
wanna-
across from you.
I want to throw like a health nugget in Angie, towards Angie.
Okay, you throw the ant
With-
towards
yeah,
her. You,
bonus action.
yeah, you just, okay, that's your bonus.
It's 2 health.
Okay, that would be 2 health. We'll see if up to on her turn whether or not we get that. Anything else?
Which ones were the one left?
There's 2 coming out of the water straight at you, or they actually got to you, they're attacking you. But they're on your right, you're not flanking them with Bree. Other 2 are walking around and are currently like near the back of Angie's tent. Trying to outflank.
Right?
Walking around, yeah, 2.
I'll. I'll just recklessly attack like the one that's closer.
Yeah, there's one right next to you.
Yeah, I'll recklessly attack that one twice.
Yeah, it's basically Angie's laying here, and you guys were there with the guy in the middle who died, and then next to you guys is where you
Yeah.
get attacked from.
I will use like enforced punches for these
for
two. The first one is a 19 plus 8, so
Hits.
it probably hits. Second one is a 18 plus 8, so it probably hits.
Also hits.
That is
Tropical water?
30 damage for the first attack.
Yeah, with that you just scatter this undead, kind of like flutters, like as if it's like a wet towel. It just it's shattered across.
Can I redirect my other attack to the other one?
Yeah, but you would have to reroll it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have to move a little bit. Get
It's
to,
Natural
Natural
20!
That hits.
Woohoo!
could have been in your
Nice.
disfavor. Could have been in your favor.
It's also an enforced punch.
Yeah, so you get right next to where the one that was attacking Bree.
Do I roll 4 dice for this?
Yeah. Roll double the amount of dice.
It's two
ones.
ones.
It's so sad.
I mean, it's still like,
Lots of damage. Right?
yeah.
Because it's the bonus that matters with you.
Oh, but 4 dice could still be.
That would, 4 dice could
What'd you
be
get?
a whole lot.
You don't double it.
Could be 24.
No, I'm
If you roll.
18 points of damage.
Okay, 18 points.
No,
Take-
17
About
17
almost
points of
sleep.
damage. Sorry.
Right. Takes it down a peg. Doesn't take it out.
Alright.
Yes.
No, that's I used the bonus action for the health nugget.
Right. After Utzel, Bree, it's your turn.
Yep.
Bree just, after Utzel just stomps the one in front of him and just scatters the body backwards into the pond and into the fire of the flaming wall. He then comes over and just slams, like, gives the one that's hit in the liver area or in the kidney area and just kind of cracks it. That's the one that's right in front of you.
Is he down?
No. Still
Aha. Okay. First, bonus action. Healing Word on Angie. First
Okay.
level.
Go ahead and roll for that.
That's 2 plus 4. That's 6 hit points she regains.
Plus the 2 of Utzel would be 8. So
Would
we'll
be
see if that
8.
takes hold at the
If
start of a
she
turn.
wouldn't die. Hasn't died. So that. And then I'd like to attack the one in front of me without the barrel's pride. But I'm still
Go for it.
pushing through. Because I want him dead.
Medium
By
spells,
the
but they're
way,
nice.
I found out something. Because with the magical rapier with Barrel's Pride, I could also add my charisma instead of my dexterity. So the bonus on the life drainer when I would use Barrel's Pride would also be +5 instead of +3, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because that was something
If you
I
cast
just
it on
found
the
out.
rapier, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but right now Barrel Sprite is not active.
It is
so it's
also.
only a
I'm
+6.
pretty sure it's a +1 and +2 weapon.
Yeah, so that's a +6 to hit for me.
Oh, but it also would increase the. Oh wait, your
Yeah.
charisma is an 18, not a 20.
It's 19.
You want to attack the one in front of you?
Yep.
Go for it.
That's a 16 plus 6 is a 22.
Hits.
Woohoo! And then for the piercing damage and the necrotic damage. That's a 6 plus 3 is a 9 plus 1 is a 10.
10?
10 damage, yes.
You stab the rapier through and pull it out, and you hear a voice. Not quite yet, but we're close. Still alive. And after Bree, George, you just summon the fire. Most of them walk out.
I'm getting crazy from
Is
this.
Angie reacting on that heal?
Not yet out of turn.
The two that are like flanking from behind the tent.
No, they're walking around, seemingly in like a flanking maneuver, but they're like
Wait, this
going around that side.
I kind of want to like set up another wall of fire, but then that, like in front of them so that they can't.
So you recast it?
I recast it,
Hey.
but block their path, and also
Yeah, they
hit
like
them.
built this half wall around your camp. Dex saves?
Yes.
Okay.
More.
That is a 14 and a 15. Or sorry, 13. 14 and a 13.
Both fail.
Okay.
2 for me as
You
well.
might be dead.
You might be dead.
But he rolled for you.
Yeah.
So
We'll find out at the start of your turn.
Yeah, we'll know.
I don't trust your grin.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, I understand, honey.
21 points of fire damage.
Fine.
1 points of fire damage. Okay. Not doing great.
And I want to like sort of get behind the wall. Like I want to block their path. They're gonna like move.
If they continue on that way?
Yeah.
Sure. You make your way over there, like awaiting them. Either they have to go back around and meet them face to face, or go around and meet you, or go through the wall.
That's the idea.
Okay, after George, top of the round. It's the turn of the one guy in front of you, the two guys that are behind Angie's tent. The one that is in front of you will try to attack you with its almost natural 20, but that is a 21.
That hits.
First attack. Second attack, however, is only a 14.
That's not enough.
You suffer. Let's see. For 9 points of piercing damage, as well as 7 points of poison damage, 16 points of damage. And slash you one, the second wave, ting, there with the rapier.
Do I need to roll?
No. You do hear once you got hit, you hear a voice in your head going like, "Would you allow me to help?"
Help?
You get to your turn, whether or not that's needed. Top of the round, the enemy's turn.
Oh, wasn't this the enemy's
They're like,
Yeah.
oh no, that was the one guy. We're still at the enemy's turn. The other two guys that are on the
Still
other
there.
side of the firewall, instead of walking around and continuing
They have the main
flank out, no, they step through the firewall.
Alright.
Fire is less scary than you guys.
That's dex saves.
Yeah. If they want to do that.
That is a 14 and a 22.
One fails, one succeeds.
Yeah, you are hot.
Mm.
Literally and figuratively.
Honey. Yes.
30 points of fire
You're on
damage.
stream.
Right, so 15 to the one that succeeded.
There's a thingy in front of it.
Mm.
So
I
the one
mean,
that
Angie's
the one that
hands
fails
literally
just
in front
steps
of
in
it.
and just gets completely obliterated by it.
Incinerates.
Another one, the other one that walks through, like begins to like with its sword just rips open part of Angie's stand. Seems to be rummaging in it.
Why?
See, that's a good movement.
What do I have that they want so badly?
See if
Maybe
you
you
can find
forgot.
it in the first turn.
I don't know.
You you see, you can only see like the faint silhouette in the fire, right? He kind of like pulls back out of the tent, and walks 20 feet back to the water.
Both sleep there.
So he does have something.
Okay.
So there's two ones alive. One right next to you, another one who walked through the wall of fire into your tent and now walked then 20 feet more towards the water. It's at the water's edge.
Does it
Angie.
go through the ball of fire again, or does
It is,
that matter?
and you see blackness, just darkness for a moment. And there's these two points of light that begin to appear in the distance. They begin to grow and grow and grow. You see stars as far as you could possibly see. You look kind of like down, and you see Utsul just slamming into one of these undead creatures. Bree kind of like stabbing through him before being hit by one. And you take a breath.
You're alive! That was pretty close.
Nice.
So
What
the
is
light
it?
at the end of the
It's
tunnel,
gonna be
but you're opening your eyes.
What's around me?
You see,
enemy-wise.
you see Utsul standing at your feet, Bree a little bit next to you, and then one dead guy. That's kind of what you see from like laying down perspective. The dead guy's like standing upright. What do you do?
I'll
Good.
guess Mind Sliver.
Yourself.
Oh, nice.
I want to die.
Right. There's an intelligence save.
I'll
There's
take Breen
an
Utsul
11.
with me.
And
Fails.
George, and Zira, everyone.
Right. So as you get up, you guys like slam into this thing. You see a small beam of purple light just fly out from Angie, striking the creature like dead in the face.
7 points of damage.
Right. With that, you see like the head can just splatter outward as the body just falls to the ground.
And I cast a Quicken spell.
Right.
And I want to because I see. Do I see the guy running away
No.
from my tent?
No, because you're laying down. Your tent is there, and Utsul and Bree were blocking your view. You killed the guy that you saw.
Okay.
And you wouldn't know right now that the guy is there.
Yeah. No.
Already.
You're like still laying down.
Then I stand up.
Right. You get up.
Do I now see him?
I'll say because you just came out of like the brink of death, make a perception check. And you don't have dark vision. Although the fire helps.
That's a 15.
You do. You see one of them like kind of walking away. It's holding something, but
Is
you're not
he
sure what.
within 30 feet of me?
He would be. Yeah, he's like within 25-ish.
Then I cast.
Well, first you cast a spell. Then the horn, possibly.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were thinking the horn.
I cast Maximilian Earthen Grasp.
Okay, that's a strength saving throw.
Wait, you have to.
That's a 16.
Uh,
Natural
fails.
Right.
And he takes 2d6 damage. That's 7 points of damage.
And with that, you like snap most of the body. It kind of just walks out as if you like grabbed a bunch of jelly and just squished it with the hand.
He did?
Yeah, the area once again grows quiet except for the roaring of the fire, the wall of fire. You breathe for a second. Utsul, you hear someone drop behind Utsul's tent, which is the.
Can I investigate what the guy was?
I mean, is that your first priority?
Well, it would be mine, probably.
I would say it makes more sense for you than it would for you just coming from the brink of death.
Fair.
Probably you guys checking on her
Yeah.
first.
I will cure wounds
Well,
myself.
first I
Yeah.
put the thing away. And
You
then
make your way over to there. You put it away, and you hear it goes, "Good job. Maybe next time." You go and check, and it's holding.
And I say maybe next time as I go to Angie. Girl, are you okay?
Are you okay?
What are you talking to?
No one.
Inside check.
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
That's okay because
Oh,
my
okay. I'll
make an
deception is
insight check.
always a minimum of 10. So
Make an inside check.
Go for it. What did you guys get for insight?
I had 13.
19.
19?
Of, no, 9, sorry.
9?
16.
16.
they don't have
No.
18.
You, however, see it clutching in one hand both your backpacks.
Well, that's
It was like now it's just like the part of the forearm. The rest has been crushed.
I'm just
It
grabbing
lays
those
there.
backpacks. That's incredibly rude.
And I walk away.
I mean, fair. They probably wouldn't search through the backpacks.
Why would they? What
If they
would
needed
they
something.
want?
Do you know any of these people?
Oh,
Do
you
I,
like?
Care
do
to
I know what it
explain?
is? And like, and is it just an undead or is
Seems
it?
to be some form of zombie.
First of all, you're right.
Make a sorry. Make a investigation check. Try to keep it down that way.
Investigation. That's a 19.
19. You don't recognize any of these individuals, but that also makes a lot of sense very quickly. Because all of these have underneath whatever strange, like the bulbous blisters were that they have a look to them very similar to the individual you found in the cave.
The
one-
blue one.
That one. No, purple.
Purple.
That one. All of them faintly look like that in some shape or form.
Do you see that too? It kind of looks like the purple man.
That will ask you a question, I think.
I already said
Sorry.
nah,
Investigating the
I'll
bodies.
survive.
What do you want to look for?
I wanna.
Because if she points it out, you also recognize the same thing.
Yeah. I will look more into it.
Try to do it like this.
It's kind of the first time I actually see the bodies more up close. In a way to be able to study it.
Sure. What do you want to discern about them?
I'll help you. Even though
I kind of want to dissect the body to see how the
You're
insides
better at
look.
helping her with it than I would.
Alright. You guys spent the rest of the evening when going back to bed, but weary. You spent some of your time, especially also your watch, dissecting it.
With a book next to me that I know is a
Yeah.
biology book.
They seem to have the relatively same anatomy as a human.
I have that watch.
Organs in the
I'm
same place. Mainly it's the
referencing
skin
that
color
book.
that's a little different, and they all have the, like the strange geometric tattoos on them.
I have that tomorrow.
before I go to bed, I'll make sure that Theodore is okay.
Theodore's aight. He could be doing much better, but he hasn't he hasn't looked that bad since the fight with the beholder.
I'll just go like, are you fine? Are you?
No, I need sleep.
It's like
Okay,
a pincushion.
Yes, please help.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Pull it out. Don't pull it out.
But it's bad with it
Here,
in.
I'll cure wounds you.
Kind of like the arrows with that can just fall out. Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And he like kind of like crawls back to his bed, like
You
good
need help?
night. No.
You can.
No.
You can drag him.
With one arm, no.
I can.
He's strong.
Let him crawl. Or wall.
Really don't like it, man.
What do you have against him?
I always had something against
I mean, yeah,
Theodore.
but he's kind of redeemed himself.
It's
Not to me.
He's trying.
He's trying his best.
Mm-hmm. Not to me. Maybe you're friends with him, but I'm not.
I wouldn't say friends, but I don't quite hate him.
I
Anyhow,
also don't hate him, I don't like him.
I
There's a
also
difference.
really need some sleep.
Go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I got this.
We'll keep it safe.
You you dissected, and so what you find out is they're all relatively similar to humans, and just their skin color seems to be a little different. But aside from that,
With the biology book, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it seems
it's
that-
definitely the same.
yeah, that can confirm that it's indeed those creatures.
But I still don't know the name of.
No, you know. At this point, you would know that they're called Mercedians.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, you get a third watch. Then Zero stays up. You do get a point of exhaustion. in that
I'll
case.
take it.
Zero is dissecting a body.
We've seen her do that before.
No, yeah,
seen
yeah. You barged into my room while I was dissecting a baby.
You guys have third
Oh
watch
yeah,
together.
that happened.
Anything you guys want to do in particular?
Yeah, we wanted to talk, I think, but I don't know if we have time.
Keep low, it's fine.
I was hoping this night was gonna be more peaceful. Very good, you know, you lost your arm. I know you're probably not good, I get it. But I mean on a more...
I don't know.
That you have... What?
Ask me a question. I always, you know, first take risks. Get hit, and I'm good at it. But
I thought so too. I didn't know that could happen. I guess I saw you as someone invincible. But,
honestly, I think I did it more feeling invincible, but caring if I died or not.
what was that, buddy?
Don't know. That's what I'm trying. I feel like do you recognize the person that you...
Oh yes, that's I recognize myself.
I've always found that when I look into the mirror, someone I didn't want to be.
Your name? Is it your family? Is it have something in the past that bothers you?
Parents are father especially. Like how I act young criminals. Have troubling me because into a fight. Who I am. Or
Your name? I can say mine. Right.
I don't like it.
Anyone.
I don't.
Well, I'd say it's a start. You need to start small.
Yeah. Maybe that will help.
You know? You get to know yourself again. I mean, if you don't know who you are now, then start over and figure it out. From the beginning.
I guess I kind of have to.
Get that fixed.
I know. I hoped you fixed it.
I know it exists. I can do it.
That's fine.
can contact the forge. One way is away. I'm hoping that I can help you on this one. A permanent fixture, but
see, I don't like it's. I think I have a lot of problems with self. And he doesn't. I don't know many. Why are you just getting?
you shouldn't. I know certainly don't want to see you again. I know I sent you out there, but because I you know, from the start I looked up to you. I don't know why I didn't openly say it that much. The way you were able to walk into something. Oh. Do my best myself now, but
You're doing good.
I don't think I can ever mimic the idiocracy you can. Walking in there and somehow staying alive.
This is my own. I mean,
Yes, but it
I mean, I do need it.
seems like it's fading.
Like I need a health.
You should watch. Following day. Goes. Been traveling for a while now. And not. We do find something. Let us come out. Right. So. Concerned for your well-being. You're all right, right? Continuing on, you did. Guess some of you did not do too well yesterday either.
I'm great.
That's good.
I'm just a little bit tired.
Objections from your part then?
Well, I understand if someone has almost had, and if someone lost one of the arms. A bit much, but I can speak for you, so.
It is very inconvenient.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
I'm thinking about it.
Do you think you have enough?
Yeah, it's a little more that I want to go through, but I also don't want to put you in unnecessary danger.
Maybe a little break would be.
Let's see what we can do.
Where to go?
For example.
That is quite a ways from here, as far as I'm familiar.
Or at least
Let me grab the map.
maybe.
Could someone help? Grab the map.
Pull out the map. You're not 100% sure where you are, but you've been traveling south for most of the. You've been zigzagging and going at a relatively slow pace and like investigating nooks and crannies.
Not only going south. We went through the middle. We're gonna go south first.
Barbadoof would be a detour of to go there and go back would probably be a few weeks. least 2. Up and down. Here goes. I think it would be of import to find a place that we could possibly. I want to continue because my work's not finished yet. If you feel the need to switch out for me to find, I understand.
No, that's not it. I just maybe.
No, we'll finish it together.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but
We got this far.
Yeah, you just torture another group.
that's
Right, and we want our payment.
That would not. I would not cut you in ending the escapade earlier, meaning you would miss out on any additional bonuses at the top of the payment.
Exactly,
that
and I
you would
need
get.
those, so.
But I mean, we're pretty far already, aren't we?
It will take
We
a
are.
while to go
that's
back.
that's
Relatively.
Who knows what we would find even if we were to go a little bit.
We can travel.
Sure.
There's a lot of road still ahead of us.
We settle up then.
We can start traveling up north. It's still swamp.
yeah. Maybe we can the creatures.
That's fine.
And if we don't find them, then we'll have a little rest and
Sure.
yeah.
Back down your camp. Turn around your destination. And find. No. Roll the last one.
The last one was from Charlie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In that case, go ahead and roll the 10, please.
Well, we rolled a 7, 8, 9, and 10.
A week passes.
Not in that order, though.
In that case, as you guys continue to travel your day back up north, about midday, and over the horizon appears what seems to be a small village with small wooden huts, not hovels like the not hovels like the Bullywug lived in. These are like relatively proper wooden huts. It's built on stilts, possibly above the water. Who's up front?
Definitely not me.
Not you.
Then I think.
I need both of you
them.
make a perception check.
One everywhere. 3 is 17.
15?
30.
30, 20. You don't spot as much. You see humanoid shapes. They're about human-ish size, but different. But really, you do notice in the distance that it seems to be a small village of these rather wide humanoid shapes. They have arms and legs, but they don't seem to have a proper neck. Large bulbous head. A little bit of fish-like in appearance.
Oh.
They seem to be, their daily works of just,
Would be really rude.
some are fishing, some are out and about, like crafting little things. There's a couple of boats across a nearby lake that seem to be housing a couple of fishermen. That's what you see, and that's what you are approaching. And that's what we're going to be picking up on next week. So, with that, thank you all for coming out to play. Thank you all for coming out and watch, whether it be that here on Twitch or on YouTube. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.